They say every story has an end, a final battle, a last stand, a moment of truth. But this isn't one of those stories. This is the story of... He is a legendary goblin, so stubborn, so unbelievably unhinged that he chose to solve every problem in Tamriel with nothing but his fists. No swords, shields, spells, weapons, or magic of any kind allowed. Just two calloused hands, an empty brain, and a very big dream. Glorpus, our main protagonist, has thrown hands with bandits, dragons, gods, and concepts that should not be punchable, and won. Through the frozen peaks of Cyrodiil, the scorched sands of Hammerfell, the burning pits of the Deadlands, and a broken game engine on legendary difficulty with 3,500 mods on top.
No, wait.
Crashes? Inevitable. Defeat? Temporary. Victory? Assured, and perhaps slightly against the intended game design. This is not the tale of a chosen hero that saves Skyrim from a dragon having an existential breakdown because, let's be honest, we've all seen it before. This is the chronicle of a gremlin too stubborn to quit, too angry to fail, and despite being small, becomes more powerful than any Daedric prince in Oblivion. This is Glorpus, and this is his story. Really quick, before we get into things, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for tagging along, whether you subscribe throughout the series or if you're new here, I just hope you liked the video. This is a playthrough on the Nolvus mod list, which is a very popular mod list for its absurd graphics and rather large amount of mods. So at the very end, I will put in a segment that shares my thoughts and opinions on the mod list as a whole, since I did play almost 100 hours on this playthrough, and I feel like sharing my opinions are definitely reasonable here. So be sure to check that out at the very least, especially if you're interested in playing this mod list if you have a nice computer that can run it. That being said, I've held you up long enough, so enjoy the show. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna go make my character. I'll be with you guys in a moment. Alright, well, I finished up, and I basically just made a goblin. I thought it'd be funny. So I think we're done here. I get to name them. Let's do Glorpus. Sounds like a appropriate name for a goblin, honestly. Alright. Glorpus going out in the wild. I have no idea what to expect, or if it just drops me off. Oh, we just spawned in Riverwood. We get to pick a religion. Perfect. Malekith or Trinimac? Trinimac is an Aldmeri ancestor god that led the armies of the original elven tribes against mankind. And I have to slay humans in order for it to be good. In turn, it seems Malekith is the one that I have to defeat epic foes in and improve my weapons and armor, and then never commit a crime against the strongholds. Yeah, you know, I think I'd rather destroy humans over that one. There he is. The Glorpus in all his might. A fine-looking little goblin. This looks kind of outstanding, I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't really look like the Skyrim that I know and love. Wow, this is like a complete overhaul. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I'm running at a smooth 50 frames per second. I assume that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure I can hear my computer right now. I'm quite certain it's on fire, honestly. Oh, fighting. Wow, I just can't believe how insane this looks. Alright, if I know anything about the alternate start mod, I believe you talk to Alvor here and he will give you... Alright, we're already 2 seconds into the game and I think I'm soft locked. Never mind, I got out of it just fine. Too good to get soft locked this early in the game. Now honestly, my idea for this playthrough was I'm not going to be using any swords, because if I remember correctly, there's a skill tree. This right here, hand-to-hand combat, yes. I remember looking into this and not actually trying it out, but I do remember that it looked a little strong and interesting. And I'm just going to upgrade them instantly. But before we do anything too crazy, I'm going to change the settings. And Adept's a little too easy, so we're going to set it to legendary mode. I think that's just the best possible way to play this, because obviously running at a little under 60 frames per second, trying to defeat every enemy on screen sounds like a great idea. I just can't believe how insane this looks. This doesn't even look like Skyrim. I mean, I guess after 3,000 mods, that makes quite a lot of sense. I guess I'm just gonna try to walk around and see if I can find anything. You know, this is a little overwhelming, but I think the best possible bet just seems like going to Whiterun and figuring it out from there. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? Alright, One-shot it. Okay. Kind of just punched it in the mouth and it died instantly. My computer's probably on fire. Oh, hey, there's the initial introduction with the giant.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Oh, that looks quite nice. Oh, there's like an auto lock on. I just smack him from the back. Oh my. And that's a nice little level up. Okay. Well, I can already see this is quite different as well. So it looks like in this mode you get points to distribute through whatever you'd like. And realistically, I think if we want to be lore accurate to a goblin, I think we just sneak all the way. Now, I'm gonna walk up the Whiterun and see if I can go hang out with the Jarl, go up Balgriff, see if he's got anything nice for me. Hopefully I can perhaps find some cheese to get some money, and see if I can maybe get a job or something, or see if I can progress to the main story that way. You know, the fact that I'm hovering around 60 frames a second, that is quite lovely, honestly. I have never seen Whiterun look this nice. It seems that I'm getting experience points just from walking around, exploring places.
Someone's been pilfering crops from my...
Let me in! Oh, it's so vibrant and lovely in here. My gosh, look at the Jarl.
Is a thing you could do for Goblin. Let's go find Farengar.
Oh, we're gonna speak to Farengar. I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume that we're going to... Before I left Whiterun, I went to the War Maidens to inquire about getting a backpack made for me. I acquired one that let me get an extra 150 carrying capacity, which would be very nice. And then I set out to go to this Rager party that was being hosted by Lord Farengar at Bleak Falls Barrow. Make our way right up the side and avoid all the initial combat. Although, we are going to get ambushed by a ton of people, so I guess we'll find out how that goes. Oh no. Alright, well, I guess that didn't go so well. I guess we'll try again this time. Dodge roll. Oh, it actually worked! Beating him up. Did I just backhand him? Oh no. Oh, I'm getting them. What are these animations? Like killing him with my palm. Oh my god. Well, I can't say that was perfect. I think we did alright. I'll do the completely logical thing and then walk up the way that I'm normally supposed to go. Oh my lord. That hurt. That hurt a lot, actually. Oh, I got him. I need to not touch her. She's a little too powerful. Actually, I think I can combo her. Took a stamina potion. That was your last mistake. Feel the wrath of the Glorbus Palm. I'm just too good. Oh my, what am I doing to this man? What's going on?
I've got you in my sights.
Well, that was certainly something. On legendary difficulty, you die quite a lot. Although I think I figured out the strategy here. Why is his name the Penetrator? Does that say level 100?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
I'm not sure why that lad is there, and they're definitely quite good at penetrating. I think I might just have to leave them alone and run. Oh, I'm gonna burn to death. Oh no. For now, I think it's best I refrain and take a more tactical approach. Else. Yep, I know I picked a bad time. I'm just gonna walk right on in. All right. Oh, nice. I'm getting almost 100 frames per second. That is beautiful. Feels more like a Dark Souls game. Okay, that's... You guys really getting me good. Oh my. Now that was fighting never before seen. All right, can I punch them? Oh, I just suplex them. Okay.
Coming loose. I can feel
Beat this guy up. Quick little bit of forbidden knowledge here. Nolvus V6 combat is based around the stance system. So basically, as you level up, you acquire new stances and new ways of using your weapons. So maybe instead of swinging your sword one way, you can get these perks and add combos that grant unique animations through leveling up, of course. It's pretty cool. We'll get into it a bit later. There is a skill tree for unarmed weapons, which is our fist, that we will be using called the Way of the Fist, and we'll definitely be upgrading that at some point. Right. That is awesome. Ow. Oh no, I didn't save. Alright, I finally made it. Alright, let's run it back. Okay, well, before anything happens here... Oh my goodness. Getting back up? Okay, well... Looks a little more eventful than I remembered. That is how we do it. Alright, well, we officially crashed. Once. That smile. A beautiful lad.
The Dragonstone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way.
As a token,
500
I have
septums.
instructed Avenit.
Is that a cat?
Solid gold.
Ah,
Shape of
look at that.
You
I might have
I'm
something
gonna
for
put
you.
this back where it belongs.
Don't mind if I do. That looks interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is actually kind of huge for us. That's an additional 10 damage. Alright, well, I looked into it a little bit, and apparently the quest line, the main quest line, doesn't start until you encounter a dragon, which appears randomly. So, I think the most important thing that we could do now is try to level up Orbis as strong as we possibly can until we find our first dragon, so we can actually pummel it when we see it. But to do that, we need to level up our unarmed strength. Orbis is ready. Acquired a new stance, and he's ready to beat some things up. Alrighty, well, it took a carriage to Riften. I thought that'd be a good place to start. Uh-oh, this is awkward. Thankfully, they didn't just try to notice me try to break in. That might not be good luck, I'll be honest. Alright, well, let's see if I can intimidate them. Intimidated by Glorbis. Look at that intimidating man. I was looking to kind of join the Thieves Guild here, but I don't think Brynolf, I don't think he wants anything to do with me, I'll be honest. Alright, honestly, I'm just gonna do a little bit of walking around. Maybe I can find some stuff to do. Okay. Oh no, you're joking. Orbis is so powerful. Honestly, thinking about it, it's kind of absurd to me. Like, it really does not feel like Skyrim. Pretty much it's just a completely different game, but same world. Honestly, I'm not really sure how to feel about it, but I am quite thoroughly enjoying myself. Alright, honestly, when I'm just strolling around like this, and I'm getting a smooth 85 frames a second, quite nice, honestly. That's rude, sir. That is shooting a dog. Boy, you're hurting anyone no more. Honestly, this is just quite incredible. Alright, let's go to High Hrothgar. We're gonna walk all the way around. Normally I'd go from Riverwood and kind of make my way around that way, but a little dangerous over there. Oh no. Oh, take a bit of a more strategic approach to get to where we need to be. I think I need to investigate. Oh, that's a powerful Spriggan.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
I don't think I really expected that saber-tooth to kind of bite my head off. Oh, there's this band of travelers here. I think I'm just gonna sit and watch and see what happens when they fight. Oh my! Where did that troll come from? Alright, I'm just gonna take a quick little detour to level up my skills a bit. Uh-oh, they have crossbows. Advanced weaponry. Oh. What the? Got skills. Particular set of skills. Whoa. Oh wait, this is some real goblins. That is so unfortunate. And don't worry, goblins, I'll be back to show you who the real goblin is. So after that, I snuck around a large saber-toothed cat, crossed a cool-looking bridge, passed by the town of Vernumwood, and then came across a small cave that I probably shouldn't have peeked inside, but did anyway. I ended up giving up on that front, and then I headed towards Iverstead. Looks like we got the Iversaid, probably the worst way possible. Then I waited until the morning to do nothing else than to climb the mountain so I can unlock its fast travel for later, knowing I'll need it. Of course, climbing the mountain didn't exactly go as planned.
Keep an eye out for wolves.
That is a very large bear.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
No. I eventually defeated the big cat after a couple tries, and then I took a moment to look at this incredible view. Seriously, it's kind of insane that the modders have built such a beautiful game on this very outdated engine. Thankfully, the troll that stands before the main entrance to High Hrothgar was bugged, so I didn't have to fight it. Understandably, I probably wouldn't have been able to defeat it anyway. And once I got near the entrance, I kind of just admired the view. Seeing this version of Skyrim and this new kind of filter was just very visually pleasing, and then we made it. Not really accomplishing anything important, but it was a fun journey at the very least. Also, for some reason, there was just this random location near Falkreath I could travel to, so I did that, and then some orc came up to me and asked me if I wanted to join the Dawnguard.
You there. The Dawnguard is looking for anyone willing to fight against the growing vampire Menace.
It looks like I'll be slaying some vampires for the next little while, so I teleport to Riften so I can meet Isran at the Dawnguard castle. Unfortunately, it didn't take very long before I ended up getting distracted. Getting the better of me. I think I'm gonna go investigate. Oh my goodness, Corbus is so strong. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Housekeeping. Oh dear lord. So after dying several times, the most I got out of it was experience and loot from the mercenaries, basically, and another crash. That was about it. Was it worth it? Probably not. But then after that, I made my way to the Dawnguard.
Oh, hey there. You here to join the Dawnguard too?
We just met up with Isran and we're ready to go to the Dim Hollow Crypt to find out what the vampires were doing there. Of course, because vampire hunters are incredibly short-staffed, Corbus was sent to go alone. So we took a carriage to Morthal, which was the closest area to the crypt that I could fast travel to at the time. So begins the self-fulfilling journey to, in fact, become stronger and not wife up Serana. Sure, nothing could go wrong investigating this old shack. What's cold is a blizzard. We sleep in the bed for the night. Alright, let's get out of here. Stonehill. Anyway, well, Dim Hollow is like right next to this place, so shouldn't be too far. I think I've ever seen someone really good at climbing completely vertical 90-degree wall, but Corbus is the man. We've arrived. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a lot of vampires here. Definitely don't want to contract the illness, but I think I should probably be a little careful. These guys are talking about me. I don't think they know who they're dealing with. I am no regular Vigilant. I don't think they expected that. There's a lady up there. See if I can make it past her. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, you're kidding me. Hey, lady. Yeah, that looks about right. Alright, this time, surely. Okay. Time for me to employ my new strategy of running.
Do not forget who brought you news of the Vigilance discovery.
What the hell is that? Level 40? That looks safe. Not even sure I'm gonna be able to defeat that thing over there. Alright, maybe if I lure them over here.
Ooh! You are there! Not big surprise! Berserker! Rage!
I'm actually a legend. Defeated that raid boss first try. Alright, Gooners. I know this is the part you've been wanting to see this whole episode.
I was expecting someone...
I gotta figure out how to get this lady to Castle Volkihar. You know, I'm just gonna run over to Solitude, get the fast travel unlocked, and then head towards the castle after that. I mean, it sounds like a good plan to me. Don't worry, if I leave right now, Uncle Rognir won't get hurt. Yeah, right. What the hell? I'm being jumped! Well, that settles that. Looks so menacing, though. Hopefully these vampires are upstanding citizens of society. I mean, surely they're gonna be pretty nice considering who I brought back, right?
My long-lost daughter. Who is this stranger you have brought into
Ah, you finally noticed me. Eh. Gross.
I banish you.
Unfortunately, this is the usual response when my girlfriend's dads see me. Alright. Time to go tell Isran the news that I was involved in aiding and abetting one of the most powerful vampire families in all of Skyrim. See how that goes. Guys, I think he's a little angry at me, I'll be honest. Yeah, so, as you guys know, he just wants us to recruit a couple of people, you know, pretty boring stuff.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry. Hey, man.
Alright, I put on my clothes, my stealing clothes. Look at this man, beautiful in every way.
Come back tomorrow if you would. Looks like I chose the right person for the job.
Of course you did. You see me? Nobody would ever spot me. Let's go fight some little rats in the rat way. I forgot about that. I have such a ludicrous amount of hours in this game, and how do I fall for this every time? I don't get it. Alright, hate it. Well, if there's one thing Glorbus is good at, it's beating up some deadbeats. Go beat up some shop owners who are just trying to make a living.
I've already told that buffoon that I'm not paying you people.
I had no idea this was even an option, so yeah, for the first time in the playthrough, I chose peace. Not willingly, though, because every time I tried to brawl the NPCs, the guards would immediately try to pummel me for some reason. Whoa, 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 whoa! Speaking of bugs, Brynjolf never gave me another opportunity to work with them after that, so the questline kind of abruptly ended there, and since this mod list is kind of new, there's a lot of bugs, especially when it comes to quest for some reason, so that's probably why. So I did the most logical thing and teleported to some random place called Riel Falls Passage so I can investigate the ritual site, which was one of my quest markers. I also hyper-leveled my skills because of a very large amount of skeletons that I defeated on my way there. Oh no. Oh.
Oh my god! Inhuman reactions!
Uh-oh. It's a troll. Random fact, trolls are my greatest enemy. For some reason, I'm assuming because of my smaller player model, I just can't hit them with my fists. That was until I realized that I had just unlocked a new stance, a defensive stance that uses my legs to deal more ranged attacks. The ritual site is coming pretty close. This has got to be the way. All right, go up here. What the hell is that? Level 5, 100? I've got a feeling fighting that isn't a great idea. Yeah, I'll be honest, I've never seen something so terrifying in my life. Wow, he does a lot of damage. I'm just gonna run away. Oh no. Aw. Come here, buddy. You're mine. What is all this up here? Might as well take a look, right?
Anyone else wanting to get into Cyrodiil?
I have no reason. I just want to go through. Well, that's too bad. Let's see what we came here for. Where I end up crossing a border and illegally making entry into Cyrodiil. All right, what's going on here, guys? Well, I guess these skeletons aren't so friendly here. Zombie. Okay, that makes sense now. I'll kick you. My new weapon. My legs. Well, that was easy. I'm assuming this leads to some other quests down the line. All right, TP to Whiterun. Before I do anything, actually, I'm just gonna disenchant all of my weapons so I can use them later. I think it's important to note that I'm not going to use any bugs to make enchantments broken because I know how to do that, and I'm not going to. I think that would kind of just make the game very trivial and boring, because I already feel very strong. I mean, I'm already doing a lot of damage to things, even in legendary modes. Wow, Solitude looks very, very nice. I don't even know where I'm walking right now. This is the Dragonborn Gallery. Basically just a home where you can put up all of your unique items found in your playthrough out on display. Anyways, it's pretty cool stuff, not gonna lie. Alright, back to the Dawnguard. Kinda looks like Isran made a few improvements while we were away. For what's in this room, huh? Oh my god, it's Serana. I can ask her to cook something for me. So the first thing I did after that was go to Winterhold, and then I got pulled up on by some very strange individuals. One was talking about some library, and then the other was talking about like a mine or something, I don't really know. I also tried to fight a bear. Big tip, do not mess with the bears. Then I stumbled across a very beautiful sight. Alrighty, now that we're in Dragon's Bridge, there is a moth priest around here that we should be able to snatch up. A little recap on my skills here, since I haven't really shown my skill tree upgrading for a while. Basically, in this modded hand-to-hand tree, we've upgraded our base damage a lot, made our attack speed 35% faster, added 10 points of magicka and stamina damage per hit, and we also have 50% armor penetration on unarmed strikes, and not to mention a 10% critical strike chance. Trust me, this isn't even that bad. It gets way more powerful and arguably broken, but to be fair, I'm not sure if this mod list is meant to be balanced in any way. We can sneak in. We're capable. Oh, wow.
But you're exhausted from this struggle.
Well, that went off without a hitch at all. Oh, wow. Now that's a lot of damage. Wow, okay. You know, I'm not quite sure how they captured this guy, considering he has the power of Zeus in his hands for some reason. I kind of want to do this modded quest. Huh, why not? Oh, no.
Who in Dagon's name are you?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked.
Mop the floor with these idiots for all I care.
Say less, I'm going in. What?
I knew you were weak.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that guy has a very high-level Thorns enchantment or something. Alrighty, well, while Serana deals with that guy, I'm just gonna deal with these guys. Oh, hey, that's our target. Okay, she contracted the power of the fairies, apparently. What's helping me? Bro, what is actually happening down here? Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna take this shout and leave.
I'm impressed you could find a moth priest so quickly.
Well, I have some connections, you see. Hopefully he doesn't lose his eyesight or something. Take a wild guess, the craziest guess of all time. Say she's in the castle. Yeah, I got some things to do, First Lady. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I just bought some cowboy clothing. Glorbus is looking mighty fine now. Unfortunately, the hat is in the same slot as the backpack, so I can't really wear it all the time, but it's not a big deal. I put the other chest piece on for now. Not like it matters much, but I already have over 300 armor rating. Not every day someone falls out of the sky. I know exactly where to go. You see here, if you already thought this mod list was mostly Souls-like, you're wrong. It's also a Breath of the Wild-like, and now I have a paraglider, and that is very, very epic. I just happened to pull up on a lady with a pet dragon. Is this a Game of Thrones reference? After that, I did a few side quests for that Dragonborn museum guy and retrieved some artifacts for some quick cash. Don't worry about him. Basically, this place, just find cool things that you get through your journey and put them wherever you want. It's also like a nice house for you. You know, if I wasn't here on business, I'd probably want to stay for a little bit, honestly. You sir, I'm in need of an Elder Scroll. While I was waiting for him to grab some books, I leveled up my perks a little bit. I got the dynamic entry ability from Sneak, which can improve my unarmed damage by 40 points after a silent roll. And then I leveled up my light armor tree, which further increased my strength. What the hell? A pet imp. Alright, time to find this lunatic Septimus Cygnus. I'll go inside here. Seems like a nice little side quest. Are you kidding me? Not gonna fool me twice, Mr. Trap. 3 gold ingots? I don't know what this ship is doing there, but it kind of looks cool, so I'm gonna see what's in it real quick. Well, that looks a little mysterious, I'm not gonna lie. Let's walk up to it. Where the hell am I? Well, I'm sure it can't hurt to look around just a little bit. What's up with this place, huh? Why does this place seem so eerie and desolate? I mean, it's a little too quiet, you know? Oh my gosh. Zombie dogs. Yeah, no, hopefully this place can start to provide some answers on what's exactly going on here. That just might be the most obvious fake door I've ever seen in my life.
What the hell?
That's how we do it. Bonfire? I thought this was Skyrim. What am I, the Green Lantern? You know, this is how you get to wherever you need to go in life. Just climb anything, I guess. So there's a lot of story involved here, but not really explaining much, so I guess I'm okay with just forging my own path, I guess. I'm gonna explore this really cool bridge that I saw over here. Look. Oh no. Oh! Good sir, I'm gonna need you to land over here if you don't mind. Well, you only live once. Alright, well, maybe I should refrain from the area for a little while. My gosh, I don't know what I just did, but it looked kind of funny.
Just Septimus.
Skooma? That explains everything. To be honest, I had no idea skooma in that cabinet. Not sure if that's Finoa, but I'm kind of guessing it is because that sounds kind of funny. Excuse me, lady, I really don't have time for this. Wait, is this the goddess herself, Mara, talking to me? Okay, I think I'm interested now.
There is a terror of minds and ideas forming in the West.
What spell did you cast on her?
I know nothing. Oh hey, I fixed the Thieves Guild questline. Yay! Thankfully, I have a master strategy for this quest. Don't worry, I'm a master at this stuff. Hey, past everyone. Okay. What the hell just happened to me? 7,000 damage?
Now that's a lot of damage!
You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords.
Alright, we're back in business. Got some exciting stuff to get done this time around. Before any of that, I kind of want to see what's going on with all this. Got some thieves. You guys are really ganging up on this poor guy. Alright, anyways, as I was saying, got some fun stuff to go do today. Yes, there it is. I just want to go in and reach the place, whatever that means. It seems we're gonna have to take some extreme measures to reach the place. That's how you really rock climb. You already thought Skyrim vertical movement was broken. Well, I have a gift for you. Okay, we've found a dragon. Okay, this isn't good. Is that a golem? What is that? Hey, it looks like I've reached the place.
The Dragonborn has come.
Let me sum up this long story so you guys don't have to listen to it. After the events of this oblivion crisis, these people's ancestor was like this gray fox, or like the legendary leader of the Thieves Guild. So anyways, he had this artifact called the Callum Nocturnal that makes you a master in thievery. So basically these people just gave me some arrow and told me that I'm worthy of wearing this cowl. I just have to go and get it. Alright, looks like the artifact we seek is right here. Hopefully there's no overpowered boss up here, but I guess we'll find out shortly. Well, you know what they say. Can't find a direct path. Take your own. In that case, it means climbing a giant boulder. Paraglide into the top of this area. Perfect. Looks quite powerful. This is the old way of the thief. I have no idea what that message was supposed to mean, but I think of myself as a Glorbus. Oh my god, these chests are all master, huh? I'm not gonna show all the chest drops, but for some reason this questline has probably another 100 of chests just like this one with random gems and valuables, so basically Glorbus is gonna be really rich after this. I grabbed this key for the Chamber of Fire. Yeah, so this is where the modded questline becomes very bizarre, but also very interesting. Bro, what the alright, you know what? I guess that there's an invisible floor. Well, I'm not gonna use a bow, but unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to do the trial and error approach here. This is gonna take a while. Wait a minute, I just had a genius idea. The book will be my guide. Ah, yes, it's working so perfectly well. No! No! The book!
Again! 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 Again!
God, I am so locked in. Well, surely whatever is ahead can't be any worse than what just happened. Okay, well, it seems that this place just has a bunch of aimless tunnels. Ah, well, this looks interesting. Looks like I need to find 4 keys to open the main door, and I'm guessing there's somewhere in these rooms. No, you're wrong. I'm actually worthy. Yeah, so each of these rooms had one of these guys in it with their respective key, and also they had a ton of chests with goodies in it, so we are very up. Anyways, after getting all the keys, I entered a room with some tombs in it. I'm guessing for some cool people, but nothing really too important. Oh! Yeah, so basically what happened was I defeated some guards and got this spell, which I'm being forced to use against my will to escape. I'd show it, but there were some questionable things going on in some of those prison cells, so I'd rather not. And I hate magic. Disgusting. Blech. Yeah, so despite my complete rejection of all things magic, I'll have to use this spell, like a lot. But don't worry, this will be the one and only spell I'll ever use, ever again. That looks like an artifact. Why hello there, orc gamers. No one outfists the Glorbus.
Wow!
Now that'd be cool if I use swords. The next bit was just a large puzzle involving the spell from earlier. It's pretty boring stuff, but I got some nice loot out of it, I guess. Speaking of puzzles, yeah, this next one was pretty bad. Basically, you have to light candles in a certain order based on color. Now, I'm not so sure if it's meant to be nearly impossible to tell the difference between them, or the graphical enhancement mods were just making it very difficult. But seriously, can you tell me which candle represents the light of the candle between the one that represents the light of the fireplace? Because to me, except for the one with the slightly greenish hue, they're basically all the same. So yeah, I spent like 30 minutes here, and it was pretty fun. Finally. Is that an oblivion portal? Oh, I'm getting sucked into it. Okay.
A very peculiar pet.
Excuse me?
But why are you so... interesting?
Ah, that is called Aura, my good friend Molag Ball.
But first, I have a request for you. Don't kill anyone, and I'll have a special reward for you.
Okay, I think I can do that. Wow, this place is very, very beautiful, despite it being complete chaos and all that. This is Colharbour, so Molag Bal should lie here, at least according to Skyrim lore. So I'll just have to run away. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go, but I'm going. Oh my gosh, these guys are good at what they do. I've contracted the vampire virus. That is awesome. Alright, I'm going. Where's a key? Oh, I'm so deceased. Alright, fine. No way. Send me to Colharbour. Eee. Don't touch the water, I guess. Very, very poisonous. Also, can you please stop laughing at me? I'm trying my best here. Wee, part 3, wee! There's not really anything a Daedric Prince can do against me. My fists are too strong for any entity. I do have to watch out for all the enemies here, though. I have been spotted. Wow, these guys have some kind of aimbot. Wow. Oh. Let's go. Just like that. It's so free.
The silence of Colharbour wasn't broken.
So basically, he gave me a ring for my troubles that puts a glow around chests and doors, which is pretty cool. But unfortunately, we have a very fun and exciting puzzle section ahead of us with lots of long hallways, twisting turns, and running back and forth. However, we may not have crashed out, but we did cash out. I'm gonna be so overweight. Okay, I have a situation. I think I just have to drop all the armor I have. Right. Oh, wow. This is what I like to see. All right. This next segment, I was supposed to sneak around 3 of these guys and grab the 3 corresponding orbs, but I kind of just defeated them and then grabbed the orbs. I don't think it really made much difference, but the XP was kind of nice. Oh, I'm just gonna walk right through this. Is that it? Yeah, so these stones each give 5,000 points to health, magicka, and stamina. Okay, so I had to look it up. Apparently, it's not supposed to just drop you right off at the front gate. Apparently, it's supposed to drop you from a very high altitude because you're tempted to just leave with it. But it was bugged, so honestly, if I wanted to, I could just have 5,000 of each stat and continue on with my life. But I don't know, it feels a little cheaty, you know. I don't think that's a good way to do things. It just sounds like being in God mode constantly. I'm not gonna do that, and I'm gonna put them in this chest instead. Yeah, I'm just not gonna become an actual overlord god. I mean, that's my plan anyways, but I don't feel like that's a correct way of going about doing it. This it? Did I make it? All right, got my new kicks on. Oh my goodness, that's fair. Whee! After leaving the monument, I appeared in some random desert. Oh, hello. Need some help there, sir?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
Ah, well, I'm glad you asked. This looks like the desert from Final Fantasy XII. Very underrated game, in my opinion. Unfortunately, the pathfinding for that guy just was not very good, so it took a very long time for him to get where he needed to go.
Go fetch Lady Celoria. Lady Celoria, the Dragonborn has come.
Are you sure, Aranar? The Dragonborn?
Can't you tell? Dragonborn is me. So basically, they confirmed my identity using that arrow I was given a long time ago by those 2 people in the cabin. After that, that one guy, Aranar, from earlier wanted to show me something pretty cool. It was just a portal back to Skyrim, which I happily took back for the meantime, as I wanted to do a few other things first. Well, I am in dire need of going to War Maidens and selling some stuff. So the first thing I did was invest in his business by acquiring the investor perk in the speech tree, and then I rinsed his pockets by selling him a very large quantity of gold ingots. Fortunately, punching things is not the only skill Glorbis is capable of. Oh, and I also have brain rot. I hate it when I get that brain rot. Ugh. Seems to be a common problem, though. I think I have that in real life. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Winterhold and then transcribe the lexicon for Septimus Cygnus. I mean, it just seems like a fun thing to do, I guess. Uh-oh.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
It has some crazy flight patterns I've never seen before. Clearly this dragon is on another level compared to all the dragons I've fought before. Wait, never fought a dragon before. Oh wow, that does some good damage. There you go. Oh, that hurt. Well, that went pretty well. I can't do anything against that. So here's the problem I'm facing. I assume there's a different AI mod for dragons that changes the way they do things, but it is very difficult to punch a dragon. I mean, it might seem obvious, but dragons are a hard counter to my build and playstyle in this playthrough. I mean, the only time I even have a chance to damage them is when they land, and trust me, they are very picky about choosing when to land. So ultimately, I just gave up on fighting this dragon and ran to my objective because at this point there was pretty much nothing I could do here. And trust me, it's not like I didn't try to defeat it, but even after sitting around for almost an hour, it didn't land a single time, so I kind of felt my efforts were better spent elsewhere. Alftan Ruins. Time for my first Dwarven dungeon of the playthrough. Should be pretty fun. After entering, not much at all has changed from the original area. Defeated some Dwarven bots and the politically insane Jadar. Ow. Ow. Getting wombo comboed. Oh my gosh, they don't even do that much damage, but they like have a lunge. Ow. No way. That is so annoying. Oh yeah, also for some reason there were like these Dwemer ghost guys who were pretty strong. Apparently they excel at steam magic, which seems to be super effective against Corvus. Also, I got another point in the stance tree, unlocking a new stance for us, the Champion stance. This stance focuses on attack speed and movement, but just doesn't do as much damage. Oh my gosh. Feel the wrath of my champion combos. Oh yeah, that is 100% my favorite stance so far. Falmer poison is not nice to me. Oh, get up there. No. And I got headshot. No way. Gosh, Gorbis and his big goblin head. Never say how much I love Todd Howard. Legendary mode's so nice. Oh my gosh. They just came in like Batman on that guy. 91. I'm really power leveling off these guys. Okay, okay. I regret everything. What is that? I'm getting up. Nope. I became possessed. I don't even know what just happened to me. Oh my. Keep stunning him. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, the AoE damage on this stance is insane. Oh, not the spider. If I get staggered once, I'm pretty sure I'm dead here. That went about as expected. Might be time where I use my silent roll. Get the extra arm damage. I haven't even been using it. Well, that's a crash. Off the guys go. You guys next. Oh my gosh. Ew, I'm literally lockpicking into a bug. Wow, I actually can't really hit him, even when I'm kind of cornering him. There we go.
Of course, you want me to leave.
Hello. It was an accident, I swear. Alright, time to go to one of my favorite places in all of Skyrim. Oh, this place is so cool. Such a fun and whimsical place, but there's also a lot of dangerous stuff here, so... Oh my... Why am I just taking burning damage? What the hell? It's whenever I'm close to him, I just get burnt. That is a serious problem. This guy is legitimately just a counter to me in every way. Yeah, that's a ton of damage. And so is that. Yeah, so if you thought dragons were a hard counter to me, this guy is quite possibly the most impossible mini-boss to defeat. I mean, not only does he have massive AoE burn damage just from getting anywhere close to me, his attacks are very strong. So, yeah, I just ran past him. Oh, I did it. Go, go, go. It burns. Oh my gosh. That does a ton of damage. That does... What did he just do to me? Just smited me with the Holy Cross. Okay, he just hit me with the Eye of Agamotto. Oh my god, it worked. So yeah, after that we just did the puzzle as normal. It was a good time, and then we received our Elder Scroll and left. We met up and talked with that clinically insane, skooma-addicted man Septimus, and he told us to harvest blood from a bunch of different races to make a key of sorts. Afterwards, we met the Daedric Prince Hermaeus Mora, the Prince of Fate, Knowledge, and Memory. He's actually pretty chill, but he's just a bit of a control freak. So, after the recent events of meeting a Daedric prince, I felt like attacking a dragon priest was the next big move. I'm not sure why I did this, but it was kind of fun. As long as he doesn't use any magic, I think I can fight him. So free. Alright, so I guess the next order of business is to continue the Dawnguard quest line. Okay, every time. You know, you think these guys would be like patrolling or see a boat coming to the island? Maybe vampires just aren't that smart.
Doesn't look so big from down here. I mean, it is big, but, well...
It's average. Okay, well, that's a little intense. That guy just came out of nowhere. I have a bad experience with people like that, I'll be honest. Level 40? I think this is the only way. I can't be having one of those guys spawn. Hope he spawns either way. Alright. Oh, this is my time. Spawned level 70. I can't do anything about that. And they also crashed my game, but that's okay. Oh my god, it does so much damage. They do so much damage just from standing there, menacingly. I'm running away. What? My gosh, they sound so scary. Oh my gosh, I contracted the illness. It's so lame.
Why?
Dude, what is going on? You know, I probably should have expected that one. What the hell is that? Okay. Yeah, that's incredibly fair. Yep. Nope, he's not friendly. Not at all. Ow, this bleed effect does so much damage. So, as it turns out, some mod decided to place a super boss here. I'm not sure why, but it's level 90 enemy with extreme lifesteal attacks that do massive AoE damage. So this ended up being very fun. Wow, the range on that is insane. What am I to do? Oh no, that is an insane attack. There's another one. What is that? Serana's just dead. Oh, yep, I'm deceased. It teleports. Alright, so it turns out the AI doesn't move for like the first 10 seconds I'm in the room, so I have an idea. Could be cheese and it might not work, but it's worth a try. Oh, well that could happen too, I guess. Yep, okay. The Infinite Death Loop, a classic. Also, why do I keep spawning behind the door? Alright, so I go in, walk out, and I'll go back in, and hopefully he's not aggroed on me. Oh no. Oh, hello. Yep, I've officially lost. I don't think I can win anymore. Just kidding. I'm not sure why, but its AI broke and I stopped taking damage from its main AoE attack. My guess is that it's because I contracted the vampire disease, but seriously, I don't know looking back. So I just kept sneak attacking it until it perished. Yeah, so after that, not much new stuff occurred. Just did the normal puzzle to get to Valerka's room and faced off against a bunch of skeletons and whatnot. Also, I ended up getting this skill called the Hissing Dragon. Basically, it let me choose a damage type to give to my unarmed attacks that deal a AoE shockwave based on the chosen damage type. I went with shock damage, mostly because mages easily do the most damage to me, and anything to nullify their attacks is very helpful. And then, after retrieving some fun ingredients and some of Serana's blood, we were ready to go to the Soul Cairn. But first, I needed to go cure my vampire disease because I was out of potions and I was feeling thirsty, but not for water. So where better than the prey at the Shrine of the Pugilist? Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Wait, this is huge. I'm taking your whole supply. Alright, so real quick, this guy sold magical steroids that give your unarmed attacks certain effects. Since it technically caters to my fist-only adventure, I'll allow it. So I pick up the Fist of Chaos and the Fist of the Vampire. And no, the damage stating 223 doesn't actually deal an extra 223 damage. I made sure to level up my hand-to-hand tree. I was basically maxed out, but I felt that resetting it before going into the Soul Cairn was a bad idea, so I just settled for upgrading what I could. Alright, now I am way more powerful. Okay, so I have a problem. I'm moving, I'm in the room, but my screen is black, so I'm just gonna put this in the console real quick. Oh, no, it worked! Let's go! Unreleased Daredevil gameplay in Marvel Rivals, confirmed. Let's hope there's no overpowered bosses in this location, and I should be fine. Also, if anyone was wondering why myself using console a second ago, it's because it takes like 5 minutes to restart this game because there's so many mods. Saved a little bit of time, right? We're speedrunning, I guess. Cool. Wow, that is quite cool looking, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh, I already see every fun possible thing. My personal opinion here, I think the original Soul Cairn looks better. For some reason, the graphically enhanced stars really take you out of the fact that you're inside this void realm between life and death. Anyways, enough of my nitpick. So we have to go run to the castle on the very far side of this place. Hopefully we can get there without any major trouble. Don't worry, we will. I need Arvek too. I like how this isn't even like a void anymore. It's just a place in some random part of the galaxy. It's just stars and everything everywhere. Like the center of the galaxy or something. Maybe it's like the black hole. Oh no, that is what I was afraid of. Sir, yeah, okay. Why is it that there's always a very powerful enemy right where I need to be? Whoever made that mod is a sadist, and I hate them. Mages are like my worst possible matchup. All right, whatever. Full rush. Oh, the strategy, it's working like a charm. You can run, but you can't hide from me. $15,000? Yeah, that's pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie.
You brought a stranger here?
Oh, I'm no stranger, lady. Yeah, I feel like I don't really have a place in this family talk here. Epic. Now time to slay some tower guardians or whatever they are. Oh my gosh, these guys are tanky. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I'm so cooked. Now I have to do all this again. Alright, up we go. There it is, level 40. And he has a bow and arrow. Can't hit me if I'm that quick. Oh, bye. Off we go. Oh my gosh, he's got insane accuracy. I don't appreciate this wombo comboing. Oh, wow. That's a lot of damage. He's blocking everything. But his poise won't last forever. Oh, there we go. Leg stance OP'd. Really? Why is it so bright? I feel like flashbang me when they passed away. Oh! What a shot. Oh no. Alright, you guys fight, I'm out.
Managed to destroy.
Did I mention I'm Dragonborn? And my name is Glorbus? Alright, time to go on and fight a dragon. Alright, he lands. Game time. Okay. You know, that hurt quite a bit. And so does that. And that. You know, be careful what you wish for. Also, Durnavir is supposed to be a bone dragon. Like, why is he donning a full coat of scales? My gosh, is he bugged? He's healing so much. Guess he just wants to get fisted, because he sure isn't moving at all. Yeah, that was the first dragon I defeated, and might have been the easiest thing I've done in my whole life. Oh hey, I need that. Also, I tried reloading the game and Durnavir just didn't spawn and give me the shout. I'm not sure why, but that was certainly interesting. So I grabbed my soul that was trapped and made a quick exit, and then I very quickly made it to the Dawnguard stronghold. Oh no, he went blind. How did that happen? Now here in the Ancestor Glade, I shave the tree and then receive the very powerful ancient spell, The Lamb. This is literally what it looks like after picking up a few moths, and I have no idea why it looks so jank, but honestly it's pretty funny, so I'll let it slide. Serrano, you're not gonna believe it. They're taking away the $4 biggie bag from Wendy's. Alright. Hello, another day for life in Way of Glorbus. We just finished doing some stuff at the Ancestor Glade. Now we gotta go find a bow. But before that, just a little recap. Level 35. Got some cool skills. Now, I did notice we hit level 100 in the skill tree. So I think what I'm going to do, respec it, We're gonna set it to legendary and kind of start over. Probably the only way to get better. Back to square one. You actually get a lot of skills just from being level 15. All right, well, that's actually pretty good. As you guys can see, I'm basically just hard focusing speech, sneak, and light armor. One-handed also gives me extra damage on my light unarmed attacks from a certain skill I have, so I've been leveling that too. Guess first thing on the menu is we need to go find a bow so I can get Serana off of my back. Okay. I don't know what I just teleported onto. That is a little criminal. What is happening? And there's a dragon. Oh my, what is this happening? Oh, it landed. Come here. Oh, I'm alive. It's like spit me back out. Oh my gosh, there's like so much of knockback on these guys. Okay, well, that is a little painful, I'll be honest. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's staggered. What the? He's got a crazy moveset. I've never seen a dragon do that before. Alright. Well, certainly off to a good start. Alright, buddy. No way it does that to me. That dragon just destroyed all of us, I'm not gonna lie. Well, you know what they say, 4th time's the charm, right? This time I defeated all the mages, and for some reason, the dragon didn't spawn. I guess now it's time to focus on my main objective. Take me home, country rivers, in the river, where I belong.
Knight Paladin Gelibor, welcome to the great chantry of Auriel.
Just like Blackreach, you have a lot of fun stuff to go explore. You know, compared to the Alftan ruins, these Falmer are pretty easy. Maybe it's because I'm more leveled now, but I'm not sure. Ow, ow. Oh, I can just block mid-swing? Wait, that's kind of insane. I can get better at it. It has a weird keybind that I can't really change, so... Oh, look at this lovely place. I will find my inner tranquility, don't worry. Perhaps after I beat those 2 dragons on the lake. That honestly might cause significant problems, though. We'll find out how that goes. This can only go so well. Oh my gosh, one just took 500 damage. Wait, what happened to it? Wait, they're both gone. Let's try this again and hope they're just not bugged to hell. Okay, yeah, they actually just go through the lake. Oh. Okay. Not afraid of you. Whoa! Dragon's taking a beating. Oh my gosh, I defeated my first dragon. Let's go! Finally defeated a dragon. Although incredibly jank and kind of cheese. Okay, apparently now I learned Unrelenting Force. I'm level 36, by the way. Now the Greybeards should contact me at some point, and I can do the main quest line if I choose to. You know what? I bet I could cheese my way up there. Whoa. Oh, that's the Greybeards. I'm gonna get up there. It might take a moment, but I will get up there. Oh, hello there. My friend, I'm engaging in high levels of cheese, and I cannot be bothered right now. Ow. Okay, that is definitely bothering me. Something tells me I should take care of this first. Honestly, this is just new speedrun tech. Just install a mod that lets you ledge grab literally anything. A little bit of climbing here, a little bit of climbing there. Oh wait, this is actually just skipping everything. Oh, there's an invisible wall. Aww. But wait, there are ways around this. If I go high enough above all of it, I bet you I can drop right on in. Although that might break the story. Hey. Alright guys, well as you figured out, it's really just that easy to get to the end of this quest line. Like, you don't even have to fight any enemies. using that particular strategy I use, you can avoid all of that. It's actually a good speedrun tech. Alright, we've made it. Time to go slay an evil snow elf. Yeah, nothing entirely new here, although I did get in a brawl with a frost giant, which was pretty neat. I do have another level up ready for when I need it amid the atrocious cheese technology.
Did you really come here expecting to claim Ariel's bow?
Yeah. Now it's getting exciting. Kick you with my legs. My little legs. He doesn't want it. Oh, shut up.
Brother, you tell me what I am.
This Ariel guy sounds kind of cool, but I bet I could take him. Alright, come here. Face my wrath. Wait, can you cook something for me? That sounds wonderful right now. Oh, it crashed. Oh no. I digress. We left off grabbing Oriel's bow, which I did end up getting after a restart. And now it's time to go crash a party at the nearest vampire castle. Alright, it's go time. I don't know what's happening, but my frames are certainly enjoying this. This is where the real fighting happens. Let's pray there's no very overpowered vampire. Okay, take two. Oh no, I've been locked in a cage again. Help. I'm stuck, step bro.
Stop! What do you mean by that?
Oh, sh.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yeah, I don't like how they just trap me in a cage. Not like this. The worst part about that spell is I can't adjust my camera when I'm in it. So it's a very awkward angle. Alright, I'm gonna take a sneaky approach this time. They don't even know I'm here. They might know I'm here now. Oh, she got put in the cage this time. Alright, time to go settle some of Serana's daddy issues.
Of course I do. You disappoint me, Serana.
Respectfully, sir, it's time to kick your ass.
Falcon punch!
Ow. You can carry magic. Oh! I'm sorry, it's against my religion. Oh, I almost got him. I can't, I'm sorry. There's some things I just can't do. I hope you can understand that.
No, hurry!
I'm trying. It's really hard. It's a lot harder than you think. But I know one thing's for sure. You're gonna get my fist. Yeah, we defeated big bad vampire guy. Woo!
Of course, if you've got any more adventures planned.
No, God, no. Goblins don't have sidekicks, you know. So, now that Glorbis is a free man, the sky is the limit. Free of the chains that come with dating a vampire, who knows what this little goblin will do.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
First, I'm gonna go to my museum. There's plenty of relics I can drop off. So I basically just dropped off all the artifacts and extras to shed some weight here, but it really wasn't all that important. No, not the courier. Go to High Hrothgar. Let's start the main quest line now. I think it's appropriate. Nothing new here, just learning some more of the Unrelenting Force and Whirlwind Sprint shouts. Then they asked me to go hang out with Jurgen Windcaller. Unfortunately, I got distracted pretty quickly and went rock climbing instead. Alright, now we're gonna see the newest speedrunning tech of all time. Ah, it is I. I've made it up here. I wasn't able to find that cool dragon, but I was able to find peace of mind. So after admiring the view, I left. Perhaps in search of something far greater than climbing a mountain, or perhaps something like an artifact that is said to behold great power and status. So yeah, I went back to the northern coast of Hammerfell to find the Grey Cowl of Nocturnal.
Before you go to Morasul, you'll have to do two things. Acquired a special key to open it. You will need to retrieve it. The other thing you'll need to do is recover the Friend of Ancestorial Cheetah's amulet.
What? Alright, it's time to do some tomb raiding here.
Alright, my first desert dungeon. This is kind of exciting.
Oh, hi. I don't know what any of this has any, like, relevance to Skyrim, this cowl, but it's kind of a nice change of scenery.
Basically, I was just clearing out a bunch of skeletons and mummies, but that was until I came across a very peculiar puzzle. And as you guys know, I'm more brawn than brain, so I kind of just brute forced it until I figured it out.
Hey, buddy.
After slaying this big mummy, I grabbed the key, so now I just need to acquire an amulet.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. And that's a crash. Nice. Alright, it's cheetah time. Oh, they're so powerful.
Okay, I might have just eradicated the local cheetah population, but I did acquire the amulet, so now I think it's about time I get myself a legendary artifact.
Uh-oh. They don't listen to the dragon tongue, they speak cat. I feel like I'm in a horde in Project Zomboid right now. Alright, hopefully this is really cool and exciting and I get this cowl. It's super, super cool and makes me an epic thief. Big pyramid, I wonder how they built that.
There's no way I just fell for that. Unfortunately, the only way to progress here was to shoot a particular arrow out of a bow and hit a target. There was no way around this, and it was quite a tragedy.
Yo, wait, this is sick.
Uh-oh, I think I know this guy.
Mortal! Wait, a mortal I know. My mortal! What are you doing here, mortal? When I've given you things to do?
That's a great question. Yeah, why do you have so much cheese?
Speaking to me, I was expecting you more tall.
Excuse me? What did you just say about my height?
It's time to reclaim the gray cowl. Come.
Getting weirder and weirder. I do not get it. Found it, ladies and gents. This is it.
Hopefully there's no Daedric Prince of Madness awaiting our return.
Oh. I'm here.
Say, what does this thing even do? Wait, what? So I just did all of that questline to get a slightly better sneak in a backpack I can wear on my head. Really. So after that, I went to visit the couple at the place, and somehow was convinced to take them to the Solitude Docks, where I'll probably never see them again. Next, I wasn't entirely sure what to do next, but I decided to go speak to a warrior. Before that, I got this perk that makes us arguably overpowered. I don't think I quite expected this to make us as strong as it did, but because I already have an overwhelmingly high crit chance, this is strong. Honestly, when it comes to any game in general, if there is a perk tree that I can upgrade critical strike chance or damage on, I'm going for it every time, because 90% of the time, it's always broken. You're the warrior that they speak of?
I have to wonder. Fight or die well.
You're a warrior, they say. Do you know what you're doing? Ow, ow, oh. Okay, she's good. I was just messing around.
Do your worst.
I am, actually. Well, that was easy. I guess we just have this house now. That's all it is. I like it. It's a nice little getaway. Alright, well, that was a fun little side quest. I decided to go to Whiterun to run a few errands, and then got caught up in something pretty big.
Ah, you made it.
I was beginning to think you were never going to show up. A dragon has been attacking trade shipments throughout the holds.
What are you saying? There's kind of a lot of people speaking here. So to sum up this gig, I'm being hired as a mercenary into a small team of the best and strongest in Skyrim to defeat a very intelligent dragon. Of course, the pay will be worth it. An astounding 10,000 clams. 10,000 gold, you say? You've piqued my interest. Before leaving town, I got initiated into the companions, mostly just so I could crack some cold ones with Yorlin Greymane if I wanted. And then I left to go slay a very powerful dragon. Alright, looks like the gang's all here. That's not good. You know, it's kind of hard to hear you over the troll fighting in the background, honestly.
And you shall have the battle you seek.
These just slipped through our fingers.
You know, maybe if you guys focused on the dragon in front of you instead of some trolls, we could have done more.
I was beginning to think you may never return. I trust you bring good news.
Not really. So, basically, now we need to go to some island to confront and defeat the dragon. It looks like we're gonna be going on vacation. I also hit level 100 in light armor, sneak, and speech, so that's pretty cool. Ashes of War. Basically, just Ashes of War from Dark Souls, but now you can have them in Skyrim, I guess. Since, you know, this mod list isn't already Souls-like enough. But yeah, I guess I'll be working towards getting that perk next. Before going to slay a dragon, I decided to go and get the horn of Jurgen Windcaller for some reason, so it looks like I'll be doing that first. Something's beating me up, but I can't see it. Oh, it's invisible. This is a starter quest, it'll probably be pretty easy, I hope. Oh wow, I did not mean to do that. Okay, I'm not sure about these perks that I got because I'm pretty much critting every time I hit an enemy. Yep, you pretty much are, little goblin friend. With a crit chance of over 100% until I get hit by an unblocked attack, which drops to about 50% afterwards, and crit damage that is well over 200% that scales with more stamina, it's safe to say that Glorbus has found a build that is truly broken. I think I actually just broke the game. My crit chance is almost 100%, and I'm okay with this, okay? I wanted to become the most powerful fister in Tamriel, but I didn't think it'd come so soon. I will take this.
You've retrieved the horn of Jurgen Windcaller.
Gonna regret teaching me this one. After that, it was time to finally go slay a dragon for some epic money. Don't worry, there's nothing my fist can't reach.
Over there!
You know, something tells me that dragon might have been here recently.
Before it has the chance to take any more lives.
Sure, yeah, I mean, still getting my money, right?
Prepare for trouble!
Make it double!
Oh, there's a second one. Well, don't worry. Oh, aha! My head. Okay. Oh, he staggered. That we've been through this before. Okay. I did it. After that, the other dragon just wouldn't land for any reason, so I continued on in search of the main dragon that I came here to slay. As it turned out, the main entrance to the dungeon where we could find the dragon was locked until we could find a certain sword, so now I have to go get it. Next part was a little weird. Basically, we couldn't progress because a door was locked, but thankfully there was a solution some mage came up with that was staying there. He was studying mind control and let me be a guinea pig and take control of a Draugr. So, continuing on, we found the dragon mound after exploring the dungeon some more, so the dragon must be close. Whoa, 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 what did I just step into? I yield. It didn't save? Ah! Trouble has arrived. Give me your XP. This summon does a lot of damage. Our mage seems to be at odds with the rest of the group. Friendly fire is too good. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump in.
They disappeared long ago.
Oh.
I've never seen such a thing.
Oh, me neither. What is that? I just got 360 no scope by a Falmer nonetheless. Well, we did in fact crash. Alright, take 5, 4, 5? I don't even know at this point. You know, I'd say we're off to a good start. Ow! Friendly fire, chill. Freaking mages never care about anyone in the way.
Sing we now, sing for the year, sing for the left and sing for the tear.
You know, I might be doing 200 damage a swing, but sometimes I think it's easy to forget that I'm in legendary mode. 400 HP? And that just did almost all of it. Corbus and his big frickin' head. I see 399 damage. I think we finally made it.
Tiraz T. Tinva, you shall fall and become one of my Lavu Delon Slen.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's raising the dead. We need to find some place to hide.
Wait, but I want a level. I want a power level. Alright, we're back. It's time to defeat this undead army and this dragon.
I can take her.
Oh, you want a fist fight, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. After defeating the small army, I ran out of the dungeon with my team. Now it was the dragon's turn. Alright, filthy dragon, land for me. I can't really do anything unless you can give me that much. Nice try. Ah, you've made a very bad mistake. Come here, partner. Ah! Uh-oh. Not again. Ah! Why does he keep biting my head? I don't know what's going on. Not afraid of you, dragon. Get your head away from me. I like how with the rain it's like impossible to even know what's going on. At his ankles. Dragon's biggest weakness. Oh, and mine.
Berserker!
Yeah.
Here, 10,000 gold. You've earned it.
I like when he just hands me 10,000 gold like it's, you know, just a small amount. So, with the dragon slain, I sailed back to Skyrim for whatever comes next.
Adventure time! Come on, grab your friends.
The first thing I wanted to do, since I got my smithing high enough, was to craft an Ash of War. Basically, it's just as it sounds, at least if you've ever played Elden Ring, a unique ability of sorts for your weapon type. I ended up settling for the Enrage Ash of War, because it's quite literally just the rage buff from God of War. As if this mod pack couldn't get any weirder. Now, I think I'm becoming very powerful from this moment forward. Tamriel's about to get a whole lot better. After that, I sold some stuff at the War Maidens, and then I put a bunch of my extra gear at the safe house at the Dragonborn Museum in Solitude. Guess let us explore this place a little bit.
So my letter was delivered and you read it.
It was pretty fun walking around and investigating. I also got into areas that I probably shouldn't have access to because I abused the ledge grabbing mechanic. You know, it's just that easy. Being a goblin of this size, you can really just get into anything you want. Don't worry, I didn't mess with or grab anything at all, but it was pretty tempting, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, all this stuff is off limits to me. I'm not actually gonna take anything. Then it was time for a field trip. Not of somewhere in Skyrim, but another place nearby. Cyrodiil. Oh yeah, that's Cyrodiil, alright. Can't believe I've actually left Skyrim.
Well, I would be, but...
Welcome to our fair city. Honestly, this was a nice change of pace, especially because I haven't been to Bruma in a very long time. Better than Bravil. Screw that place. Although, Bruma County was pretty barren in Oblivion, this remaster, or whatever you want to call it, feels pretty nice. Alright, here we are. We are in Bruma. I actually have no idea what the quest lines are here, if there really is much, but I guess we'll find out.
Apple Watch is just to the...
Like someone needs to retire. My first quest was to retrieve some cider from some lads in Apple Watch right nearby. I think I should have looked at the quick start guide as soon as I started playing, but I'm level 46 and I just realized I could extend my movesets, for instance. Also, what moves you do is dependent on which attack in the hit chain you're at. You'll see a lot more of this later.
Oh, hello, yeah! The cider for Stantis?
It's like you got ahead of yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Honestly, my crit damage is so insanely high now, it's kind of ridiculous. I never imagined it'd be this broken.
I fear that without help, I'll never get it back.
Oh, now I'm just doing stuff for everyone, huh? Yeah, fine, why not? Wow, and a tip? It's been $700 for walking like 10 minutes. It's like we got to go find this artifact for this person. Wow, it is really far over there. Ah, some bandits, huh? Okay, it's full of mages. Ow. Alright, now I'm invincible. I guess healing potions don't solve all my problems. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It burns! I'll be honest, a place like this is bad news for me. Well, this isn't worth it. So many bears out here. They have a real problem. And hopefully this place provides some interesting things for me.
Well, I'm afraid the heirloom isn't real.
So, you don't have my heirloom, huh? See, there's always more treasure if you just go into the water. I got her heirloom, and I also got mine, so let's get out of here. Yeah, I don't even want to know what's in that package. Alright, I kind of want to check this place out. It piqued my interest earlier. The Islade Ruins of Stendarr. I wonder what kind of trouble lurks in these parts.
There you are.
What could that be?
Oh, this guy's good.
Big mistake.
Oh no. The enemies here really weren't all that difficult, although there were a lot of them. I think I found the boss of this here establishment. Now it's your turn. Oh, well that was easy. Well, looks like I finished the dungeon. Pretty painless, but I did get a bunch of levels, so I can't complain too much. Well, that was a cool little field trip. There's some pretty cool locations in this place, but after looking into it, there isn't a lot of content. Like, there's just not that many quests. You can't go to the Imperial Seat. Good to be back in Skyrim. Alright, well, I've heard some rumors about this place in Winhelm.
Finally! My prayers have been answered!
Of course.
You're the one they call Dragonborn?
Oh, hi. Oh, it's you guys, huh? All the fun stuff going on. Oh, okay. I'm out. All right, do a little bit of quick traveling. Hey, kids, how's it going? You're welcome. Got some problems, kid, but I don't blame you.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad.
Well, my friend, I have requests. Don't worry, only one true Dragonborn, and that's me. First things first, I'd like to take a nap. I'll sleep here for just 2 hours. Oh, come on, what happened? I think the funniest thing about this is she literally traveled to another country, basically, just to find me and drag me back to Skyrim. Anyways, after committing a few war crimes, I ended up accepting Astrid's invitation to the Dark Brotherhood, and then immediately after leaving, my game crashed. Alright, we're gonna speedrun the Miraak questline, the real Dragonborn. What are you? Fighting my ankles. Ash Golem. Whoa. Well, that's kind of scary. Oh yeah, what is that? I'm interested, but also kind of scares me. 60. Can't be that bad. I don't know how I just bursted that much damage, but I won't hate. After running around for a bit, I went to the main temple in the middle of the island to find Freya, and then I began exploring the cultist-filled temple that Miraak was having people build for him. Hello, my friends. Oh! Oh! Alright, wow. Hope that doesn't happen again. I just know I'm gonna need the save. Knowing me, this could end very tragically. Oi! That hurt. Well, that could have gone better. Oh! Not again. There's so many. Hopefully nothing bad happens when I go down here.
It seems...
What? Who are you to dare set foot here?
Miraak looks a little different these days.
You have no power here.
A little painful, don't you think? I got bad news. Another guy here, but he's kind of mean. After that out-of-body experience, we went to the Skull village to speak to her father, who's actually quite respectful. Most of the time, they're intimidated by my goblin presence. Next on the list was to go get a word of power to eliminate the mind control haunting the people. Unfortunately, it's not going to be an easy task, mostly because of the fact that there is a dragon that is almost 15 levels above me.
Again!
Oh, no.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Pissed off the wrong goblin. What just happened? Day. Alright. Here's my plan. Pop one of these. Pop one of these.
Another one.
To save. And then just go crazy. No matter what I did, I just kept dying over and over. It's safe to say this dragon has got to be the most difficult enemy I've faced yet. This dragon really did humble me for what's to come, considering I thought it was overpowered at my current state. But he just grabbed me out of my ethereal shift. How is that possible? I'm in a different plane of existence. How are you biting me? No! I did actually end up defeating the dragon. Oh my gosh, I finally did it. Yeah, finally did it after 33 deaths. I think you guys understand just how long this took. Probably took like an hour and a half. And the amount of reloads and crashes I went through, it's too much. Afterwards, it was time to break the monuments Miraak was making around the map. We cleared out the Windstone, Earthstone, Beaststone, Sunstone, and Waterstone. And then I met this cool Dunmer guy who said he'd help me to find another Black Book, mostly because it sounded interesting for two Dragonborn to fight. And so we made our journey to the local Dwemer ruin of Nechardak, or however you pronounce it.
The book is just in sight.
so tantalizingly close.
No, if I could just hit it with my fists, probably break.
And I find an assistant is absolutely essential for this kind of dirty, dangerous work.
By that he means I do all of it. He's not gonna help. Alright, I'll show you guys some insane strategy. Oh my gosh. I actually managed to do that. Alright. And now we have 3. What spell did you just use? Okay, this guy is self-destructive. Sir, what the hell are you doing?
Let's grab these last 2 cubes and get on our way.
Again!
You know, if I just defeat him before he uses his magic, then I think it's alright. Yeah, don't worry, I've done this a time or 2. After getting all the cubes, it was time to start the boiler and acquire the Black Book, the final one I needed before facing off against Miraak. Alright, well, now we're just trapped in this dimension, so...
Another seeker after knowledge enters my realm.
This place is always such a mess. Oh wow, that does a lot of damage. Oh wow, they do a lot of damage. The next 500 miles is spent clearing out the strange rooms and labyrinths that lie in Apocrypha. My favorite part are the Seekers that lie around everywhere, because I sure love getting hit by magic missiles from an enemy I can't even see. Weirdly enough, they all had a book that dropped on them that was worth 2,000 septims, so I grabbed every single one.
Come to me.
Of course, nothing in this world is free, so I had to strike a deal with the Daedric Prince of Fate and give up the Skull Secrets for power. Alright, time to go slay a Dragonborn. Anyways, Apocrypha isn't entirely an enticing vacation destination. I'd probably rather sleep in the slums of Riften, 2 skumas deep, than come here. Nothing has really changed, but Chapter 4 has those fun shifting hallways that you have to run through several times, and there's also that lurker that jumped out of nowhere. Chapter 5 was all about the book puzzle, and unfortunately I know it well, so it really wasn't much of a puzzle. And there I was. The time has come to show Miraak I am the real Fister. I mean Dragonborn. Alright, come here.
Your Thu'um has the mastery.
And that's a crash. Alright, that didn't take very long. You know, Hermae Mora, why don't you teach me the Thu'um that crashes my game next? Oh wait!
You already did! And so the first Dragonborn meets the last Dragonborn at the summit of Apocrypha.
I don't think you know who you're talking to, mister. We're gonna do a new save. This is gonna take a few tries, I guarantee. Ow. Oh, he's eating the dragon. Too bad he doesn't know this spell. Come here. Alright, let's try this again. You know, the real threat isn't the dragon, it's me. You. Yeah, dee-doo. You tell him.
Did you think to escape me, Miraak? You can hide nothing from me here.
A new hand touches the beast.
And now it was time to go deposit all the goods I got, including putting all those expensive books the Seekers had in a sell pile at the Dragonborn Museum. I also respec my hand-to-hand skill tree. again. Next, I went to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary to start the questline, hoping for some quick and easy tasks. Wow, that is really loud for no reason.
At last.
Do the part where he tries
Look how everyone just keeps talking every time you walk up. Like, I've never seen this guy before in our tight-knit family, but, you know, it's not a big deal. Well, I got some contracts. Go in guns blazing, I need to level up some skills. Really, these introductory quests were pretty easy. I just sneaked right on up behind all of them and one-shot them with my fists. Pretty simple stuff, all things considered. Oh, that kettle almost destroyed me. After completing the hits, I investigated the Galder legend briefly by finding a book, and then I decided to go into the ruins of Full Gunther. What's going on, gang? I ran through the dungeon pretty quickly. Most of the enemies were relatively low level, so there just wasn't much of a threat. There's a lot of people here. Alright, so I just need to find the other fragments and life will be great. But first, let's go back to Nazir.
What a kind and wise wizard you are!
Of course, the lunatic jester Cicero made his grand appearance, and I received another contract for somebody in Markarth. First, I went to Whiterun to run some errands, but then I got stopped by the courier who gave me a very interesting letter saying Tamriel was at stake, referencing the Oblivion crisis of all things. Feeling a little anxious about the note, I went to the Pugilist shrine, but came upon something very broken. So, is this broken or broken? Because I have a ridiculous amount of skill points that I could literally just buy. Okay, well, this is unfortunate that it's happening this way, but you can't blame me. I'm playing the game as it was directly intended to. And so, as if this playthrough couldn't get any worse, Glorbus, a mere goblin, is now an unstoppable economic singularity that figured out a way to turn coin into perk points. Essentially, if I just kept resetting the hand-to-hand skill tree and bought perk points from the trader, I could very well have infinite perk points at my disposal. Glorbus is no longer playing Skyrim, he is committing a financial and wall-breaking apocalypse so severe it could crash the entire Elder Scrolls franchise. Yet, he persists. Anyways, I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. The next step was Markarth. Also, I'm not sure how, but some level 14 orc defeated a dragon by himself when I was walking there. I'm not gonna ask questions, but I did take the free dragon soul. The next step actually was in the Dark Brotherhood. A more pressing concern was investigating this new age oblivion crisis. My only lead was a cryptic text from the letter relating to a shrine of Stendarr, and as it turns out, the only thing waiting for me there was some Mythic Dawn assassins. After defeating them, I traveled again to a Mythic Dawn camp to search for more clues on the situation. It was clear that something bigger was coming. As it turns out, they might have succeeded in making a gateway, so I went to the Islade ruins of Riel to learn some more. After entering, I was tasked with grabbing 4 elemental shards. You know, when you ignore as much armor and do as much damage as I do, you kind of just one-shot everything. Such a nice feeling.
Falcon Cat! Yeah!
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's a good trap. Next, I had to solve a small but easy puzzle, and it opened up a secret room for me. Oh my gosh, it's a dragon priest. Well, that was easy, but these minions kinda hurt. After defeating the last of the enemies, I left the immediate area. The Vigilance of Stendarr and the Mythic Dawn broke in and were fighting, apparently, but I did find clues on where to go next. Anyways, apparently a dragon waited for me to exit the dungeon and ambush me after that, and that's a crap. Alright, well, let's try this again. Uh-oh. Goodbye, world. Yeah, so I basically just ended up running, or I guess flying away. But that aside, I was pretty confident I found the gateway, so I fast traveled near Riften to go and find it. Apparently I'm impervious to any kind of solid object. It's my superpower. Let's go find out about this Oblivion gate. Gotta be pretty interesting, right? I call that one the Goblin Thrust.
can't hit him. I can't hit anyone. What's happening? There seems to be something I'm missing here. Oh. Well, that works. Oh my gosh, it opened. Oh, that's actually kind of sick. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. This is certainly interesting. Honestly, I really was not expecting a visit to the Deadlands in this playthrough, but I guess quite literally anything is in the realm of possibility with 3,500 mods. Also, everything here, from the enemies to the literal plants, are very dangerous. Daedra has a large arsenal of poisonous gases at their disposal. It probably violates the Geneva Convention, honestly. Please refrain from using your magic. Time for a counterattack. That was easy. Anyways, I grabbed his unique sword. Apparently my task here was to defeat that guy, retrieve his sword, and then do the same thing to another powerful Dremora. I'm gonna have a lot to sell after this. I'm already extremely heavy. You the big bad Dremora I'm supposed to slay?
I will enjoy this.
Well, it's time to return to Tamriel. I completed the mission, and now it's time to get back home. Pretty neat questline, all things considered. I'm not sure a lot of people expect to visit the Deadlands in a Skyrim playthrough, I'll be honest. Okay, what did I just walk into? Oh, someone got the cage treatment. The terrifying spell. After all of that, I left the cavern and basically solved another oblivion crisis before it even started, so I was feeling pretty good. Of course, like any good adventure, I met up with my favorite trader to sell a ton of stuff, and then I went to the museum after that to drop even more things off that I couldn't sell. Well, I can see the sell pile is finally starting to work. Now it was finally time to do some enchanting. I'm only level 32 on enchanting, so they won't be that good yet. And also, don't worry, I won't be using any exploits to make the enchantments completely overpowered, but I will be solely focusing on enchants that increase my damage. A glass cannon type of build. Also, any potions I find nearby, or any perks that I use, are all fair game to me, although it'll be a while before we do some enchant maxing, if you will. It may not seem like much now, but trust me, we will break Skyrim with our fists alone at some point. Just wait. So, after stacking Fortify unarmed damage and stamina, it was time to do some adventuring. And what better to do than go assassinate civilians for the Dark Brotherhood. And so, I was ordered to defeat a guy who is the leader of a band of bandits, and I was even offered a bonus for another job. How exciting. Honestly, might have been the best escape route I've ever seen in my life. Alright, this should be it, if I remember correctly. Alright, let's go tear this place up. What the? What kind of attack was that? It was so powerful. Alright, well, for the small chance I get launched across the map again, after watching this back, I realized something. The damage reflected scales off of the difficulty, that being legendary, but they've always been orcs with heavy armor, or in this case, a Goblin Riker, so it seems they inherited the Reflect Blows perk, and it isn't a 10% chance to proc, it's 100%. I'm assuming it's a bug, but that is pretty fun. Now inside, I had a job to complete and a dungeon to explore. That skeever's probably pretty cooked. Hey, how's it going? Oh no! I'm gonna have to clear this whole place out again. It's one of those guys that knows steam magic. Oh, even worse! Well, that looks a little powerful. Honestly, that did way more damage than I thought I was going to.
Oh my 1,000? We are approaching new levels of power never before seen. Anyways, those were the most exciting parts of the dungeon. I did end up finding the Ethereum shard fragment at the end as well, and after that, I was off.
That bastard got exactly what he deserved.
Back at the Sanctuary, I got new orders from our loving and supportive leader Astrid, and of course, it was just to eavesdrop on Cicero, but Skyrim had other plans, and it broke, leaving me stuck in the coffin, forcing me to redo the entire lengthy cutscene twice. Eventually, after a long and agonizing second viewing of the Night Mother, I was set free. After that, I did a couple of easy contracts for some quick XP, and traveled to Vollenrud to speak to this client the Night Mother spoke of. Oh my god, he created a copy of me. It's literally me. Oh no, I'm cooked. Wait, this is something I've never seen. I need to get ready. Aww. Honestly, I was kind of worried he was gonna one-shot me for a second. If he copied any of my skills, I would have just been done for instantly. You guys probably know, but they asked me to assassinate the Emperor of Tamriel, a task that wouldn't be so easy. I cleared out the dungeon after speaking to him, and then I was on my way to become a serial fister of royalty. What the? What? What caused this? Anyways, our next contract was Vittoria Vici at our own wedding reception, but before that, I went to my museum to make some new goods and to do some more enchanting. Long story short, it was basically only fortify stamina and fortify unarmed damage. My unarmed damage went from 12% to 18% per enchanted item, roughly, and for some reason there were 2 fortify stamina enchants, but one was significantly better than the other one, so I just went for that. I actually took a break from the Dark Brotherhood questline to go find another piece of the Galder amulet, and what better than to test my new strength on than a level 200 eldritch creature that came out of nowhere. What the hell are you? Level 200? It was level 200, and now it's gone. I just crit it for 1,000 damage. Seems my upgrades are working nicely. Your attacks don't affect me, buddy. At this point, now I've become the master of fisting itself. There's absolutely nothing that can stop my rampage. The dungeon itself was pretty easy, thanks to my new upgrades. Well, that was easy. So after that, I went to this reception, and I spoke of my feelings really loudly, but unfortunately, it caused her some internal hemorrhaging as my shout threw her against a concrete wall. Next, it was Gaius Maro, a member of the Emperor's personal guard. I caught him in the right alleyway at the right time. When I returned to the Sanctuary, the jester that literally nobody likes apparently went on a rampage, so now I need to go personally hunt down a psychotic clown with a knife. Next, it was time to fist, eliminate the gourmet and take his identity. First things first, I traveled to Markarth to speak to someone who might know the gourmet's identity. I found out who they were, and now I was off to the races. As it turns out, the gourmet's true identity is a Balagog Gronolub. Sorry to all my orc listeners for butchering this name, I only speak Goblin. Anyways, after successfully putting him to bed in someone's basement, it was time to go cook some dinner for the Emperor.
It's just, well, you're an orc.
That was truly the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard in my life. Let me tell you something about true cooking. Yeah, so I forgot to add the poison, so the only food they got to eat was my fist, the Emperor, and all of the witnesses included. Everyone gets a taste of these hands. Of course, it was all a scam, and we were set up from the very beginning. Back at the Sanctuary, which was on fire and in a terrible state, I helped Nazir and then hid in a coffin. I was awoken by Nazir and a small vampire child, and then I spoke to Astrid, the person who betrayed us. Next, I spoke to our original client, and apparently he knew where the Emperor was the whole time. So, time to complete the mission.
Come now, don't be shy.
There it is.
After receiving my payment for the rather tragic task of taking out the Emperor of Tamriel, I bought some upgrades for the new sanctuary, because Nazir is the goat. And then I went to get the last Galder fragment, but I forgot I haven't started the Winterhold questline yet, so it's time to go become the Archmage. And then, after a small tour, it was time to begin my first lesson. Jazargo is so small. I love that. Well, I got some bad news to tell him when it comes to magic.
Cast the ward spell.
Alright, it's up. Unfortunately, he wouldn't take my fists as an answer to a ward spell, so I had to give in and use it. Thankfully, our next lesson took place in the ruins of Sarthal, which is where I wanted to go anyways.
Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped.
Actually, I can stop anything with my fists. You know, I've got a weird feeling there's a really big orb somewhere at this location. Just a casual 1300 damage. Ow. That wooden pole came at me rather fast. Still, I really love that attack. I really love kneeing everything in the face. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. There's a giant orb here. Give me that word. After that, I was tasked with informing the Archmage of this giant magical orb. Now, I have a very unique amulet to craft. I'm gonna try to do it off the top of the dome. Dragon, dragon, eagle. Ow. Alright. Eagle, eagle, dragon. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Ow. I'd prefer if he didn't hit me like that. Now it's the bow guy.
Again!
Now that's a lot of damage. Uh-oh. He summoned me, and he used Dragon Aspect. It's punching me. Hold on. This is the hardest battle of all. My copy didn't really put up a good fight. Also, that's definitely not vanilla. I'm quite sure in vanilla it just raises your stamina, magicka, and health by 30 points, but this is quite nice. I'm definitely gonna be wearing that. After grabbing the amulet, I went to speak to my favorite orc, Urag, the librarian. He told me there were some books laying around that could help me find out what the orb is. I just need to go and find them. Before I go anywhere, I'll level up. Just a recap, I was now level 59 with quite a few perks sitting at 100. Of course, since 1 and 2-handed scale with my damage, I've been leveling them a lot, as well as my stamina. Basically a dexterity build, just without the flashy katanas. Oh, hey, there's a dragon right there.
It burns!
Ah, you made a mistake. That isn't good. That really isn't good. Ooh, barely made it out of that. Oh, I staggered it after just doing 1,000 damage. Oh, goodbye. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Croesus is here too, that's right. Yeah, not anymore. Well, I guess I'll save and be on my way. Guess I'll just drop right in. I regret my decisions. I got skeletons, and wizards, and atronarchs of multiple degrees. Test subject, you say? You know, just like the IRS, they'll come get you. You're free to go. Hey guys. You know, brain rot happens a lot in life. Mostly just to me in real life.
You're the one who barged into my home and laid waste to my project.
I'm just here for the books. It wasn't really a choice, you know. Quite literally just got one shot. Guys, I'm telling you, I can't make this game any harder. Not yet, at least. You know, thinking about it, because enemies take 1/4 of the damage they normally take in Legendary, that would mean I'm doing upwards of 10,000 damage on crits. That's pretty extreme, honestly. And who said this mod list was perfectly balanced in every way? So, now that I have the books, it was time to travel back to Winterhold. Tolfdir studied the orb for a bit, and then we were interrupted by the cringe lord Onkano. The Sigic Order gave me a deadly premonition about what's, and then I met with a magical spirit that helped me solve all of life's unanswered questions. Why does every guard in Skyrim have the same voice, but differing opinions on sweet roll theft? And why is the greatest enemy in all of Skyrim not a dragon or a Daedra,
but a knee injury? Now, after being told the answers, it was time to go save a college in Skyrim. The first step was to acquire a Staff of Magnus, which Mirabelle knew something about. In fact, she actually told me it may be located in some place called Zolf, so I guess we're going there next. Although, for some reason, my next step was getting locked in a strange house with the spirit of a Daedric prince, and not a good one, either.
Yes, further into the bowels.
As it turns out, the Daedric prince of domination and enslavement really is not a good guy. So, as repayment for my freedom, I was sentenced to bring one of his enemies to this altar of his. And trust me when I say, I will get my revenge on this Daedric prince, no matter the cost. If you know, you know. Anyways, what was my next side quest, you might be asking? Well, actually, it was time to go meet a Vigilant of Stendarr, Altano, who recruited me with open arms. So, really quick, Altano is part of a modded questline called Vigilant, and if you've played modded Skyrim, you probably know of it. Basically, this mod has a configuration menu where you can modify the difficulty of all bosses, kind of similar to how Skyrim handles its difficulties. Now, I'm not sure how badly this will go, but I put the difficulty level to max, as well as increasing the attack power of all bosses. So, most likely, everything will have absurd health pools and probably one-shot me if I'm not careful. This will be the ultimate challenge of this playthrough, so stay tuned for that, because it will most certainly not go well. Alright, well, I just got back from dropping some stuff off at the museum, and apparently we're being attacked by a dragon in this town, so that's quite lovely. To drop over here? No, but my PC will drop because the game just crashed. I've been recording for 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Sorry.
Oh, it landed this time. Next, it was time to go to the ruins of Mizulft and finally locate this staff. No, it crashed. Alright, I guess I'll try this again. Oh my... Oh. Thanks, buddy. What? So, I made it to the oculary. Oculary? Anyways, I made it, but we do have a small predicament at hand. Not only does this puzzle need spells to unlock it, I don't just have frost and fire, I have every spell. Alright guys, I can explain, okay? So, I was messing around on another character, trying to, you know, I unlocked everything on this character because I want to use it for a thumbnail, and so here lies the problem, okay? I think because I didn't reset the settings in the configuration menu, it just gave me all of these spells. I do have them all. It is very lame that I have all these spells. Here's the thing, I don't use magic, so it doesn't really matter, and it feels a little gross. If anyone knows how to get rid of spells, let me know. So anyways, after learning Glorbus as a masterclass mage who chooses to abstain from all things magic, and after finding the location of the staff, it was time to go back to the college. Well, unfortunately, you know, loose ends and all that. Oh yeah. First, Ancano went mad, and it is now up to me, once again, to save the day. Poor guy, all folded up like a pretzel. So, after helping the town, I traveled to Labyrinthian, which is where the staff was predicted to be. Oh, that's interesting. They are no match for my elegant kicking skills. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Well, that was certainly a little harder than anticipated. Oh, I wasn't ready for this. Going for the one-shot combo. Oh, it works. Although I am very low. Time to forcefully acquire my staff. Back at Winterhold, it was time to stop the disaster that Ancano created and become the Archmage, despite not using any magic.
You think I can't destroy you? My fingertips. And you think you...
Well, it only took one punch. After that, I had a date with Alduin. Well, not exactly, but after some minor tweaks, I was able to meet up with Delphine and start Act 2 of the main questline. Oh, you made a big mistake, dragon. Oh, that was the wrong place for you to land. Oh, I've got you now. Was it really us, or was it you? Now, with the resurrected dragon defeated, it was time to go slay a vampire in Whiterun for the Vigilance of Stendarr. So, I met up with the absolute unit of a man, Altano, and began my search. And, as with anything modded, I asked around until I found that one NPC with a unique voice. You look like the type.
Like my sweet rolls? They're delicious.
Ah, so that's why you look so refreshed.
Pardon me? Yeah, if you don't know, Vigilant, this modded questline, is unhinged as hell. I love it. Next, my task was to investigate some Daedra spotting near the town. Oh my lord.
I am Vernacus, he who cannot be touched.
That was absurdly easy. Apparently, there is some summoner running rampant, spawning in Daedra like that one I just defeated, so my task will be to help him track them down. Unfortunately, we'll be running around cleaning up all the messes that they make.
Here. The guards won't help.
What the hell?
Just 5 more minutes. Go away.
I actually feel for this Daedra on a spiritual level, I'm not gonna lie. Hello, sir. I heard you have an eye so weird looking it makes people go mad. Is this true? Oh my goodness, it's true. Help!
At times like this, a drink will make you feel better.
What a nice guy. After that, we were given the task to go eliminate another Daedra in Riften, while the rest of the Vigilants pursue the summoner, since apparently they found her. Oh, and that's a crash. Alright, I'm back. I decided that the best option for now was to go to Alduin's Wall, not because I was worried of another crash or anything like that, but since I at least like to level up my enchanting game a bit before taking on more of the Vigilant questline.
It was at this moment that he knew.
If there is one thing that needs to get changed desperately in this mod list, it's that. It's just not fair to walk up to something, especially if you are doing a melee build, and just one-shot yourself. After my recent crash out, I started clearing the inside of Karthspire. Okay. Getting some actual challenge now. Hello, my friend? Oh no. Alright, blocking doesn't help. He just knocks you on your feet. Oh, I'm cooked. Ow. Leave me alone. Not even Dark Souls has this amount of abuse. That was a fun boss fight, but now I had to wait for Esbern and Delphine to make their slow journey through the dungeon. It was after we investigated that wall that I found something rather interesting, so I just had to check it out. Spirit of Wrath, huh? Whoa! He has a gun! I just did like 10,000 damage. Exploding bullet, 150,000. I have it. I have the gun. Oh my gosh. This goes against everything I stand for, but I love it so.
All of this just works.
All right, we're back at it.
Back at my museum, my humble abode. Well, we got a lot of things to get done this time around. First thing is first, I'm going to respec my hand-to-hand tree again. The reason being is because my skills level up significantly faster with the Galder amulet. My next step was going to meet Parthenax at the throat of the world, and of course, in Glorbus fashion, I abused the ledge grab mechanic to rock climb up to the top instead of going the normal route for some reason. Really, it was my goal to finish quite a bit of the main questline before delving into the unhinged modded quests that are soon to come. You know, I'm kind of surprised they gave me Archmage, considering the amount of magicka I have can basically only summon a horse. Of course, I forgot that I already got the scroll needed for Dragonrend. I kind of just forgot about it. Then I moved on to something far more interesting. I think this place is missing something. That's it. I remember seeing somewhere that using the target dummy scrolls found at the Pugilist shrine can level up the hand-to-hand skill if you hit it enough times. The fact that I remembered this is a very bad sign for what comes next. If I place a bunch of them down and just like spam hit them, does that like super increase my level? Yes. The answer is yes. Wait, this is broken. It's so powerful. Wait, this is leveling up my main XP too. Oh no. I'm sorry guys. I think you know what needs to be done. I'm doing this for the greater good. Believe me. Unfortunately, Glorbus is once again breaking Skyrim in the pursuit of ultimate unarmed destruction, and somehow found a way to recreate the hyperbolic time chamber inside of Tamriel, because dear lord, is this XP farm actually insane. So I did this for 15 minutes. Now you might be thinking, that's not very long, and you're a high level, so it can't be that bad. But you're oh so wrong. Roughly, I was making about 660 XP per minute, or, you know, about 39,600 XP per hour. If you've ever played Skyrim, you would know this is absolutely absurd. I mean, I'm level 62, and it takes 15 minutes for me to level up 6 times? That's almost 10,000 XP. That's crazy. So anyways, after using a previous method and converting all 50 skill points into 50 perk points, and spending them all mostly on enchanting, I went to my museum to do some cursed enchantments. So I'm back after doing some of the most ridiculous enchants I've ever done in my life. And speaking from experience, without bug abusing the enchanting system, these are really strong. This reduces enemy armor rating by 200 points, and then sets them on fire for 62 points on damage. But the best part, the armor, of course. Backpack, not changed. Lots of stamina and HP, lots of stamina and HP regen, a lot of unarmed damage. The reason why you see me upgrading my stamina so much is because it scales off of my damage a lot. This is the best part, the Goblin book, Cursed 69th edition. After the enchant maxing, I wanted to test out my new skill, so I entered a Tournament of the 10 Bloods. Basically, it is a fun tournament where a 1v1 Boethia is chosen from each race. For reference, Boethia is the Daedric Prince of deceit, conspiracy, murder, and many more outstanding war crimes. Sorry, sir. So that was it. For the exception of one person, I one-shot all of them. Now, I'm starting to feel a bit more confident in my strength. Unfortunately, I think that was supposed to be difficult. I think I'm just a little too powerful now. This tournament was a good way to test my strength, though. I think every hero needs a tournament arc at some point, right?
I used to be an adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee.
Next, I was ordered to go slay a couple of witches for the Vigilance of Stendarr. Housekeeping.
Someday, I'll be a great alchemist like my mom.
This is a bit awkward.
Look who finally decided to show up.
I can't believe he betrayed us. Well, it's time to exact our revenge on this traitor. What the hell is that? Oh, okay, he's just deceased.
Surrender your soul to me.
No, sir. I promise my revenge on you. Ow. Uh-oh. Oh, don't get close to the fire. No, no, no.
It burns!
Yeah, be gone, demon. Surely this isn't the end, but for now, it seems I've done my important mission here.
I will be watching you. always.
After that fight, I said goodbye to Altano, harvested his blood for a dwarven contraption, and then I left the premises. Back at the Temple of Stendarr, I was proclaimed as the new keeper, and then I got right back to work, accepting a job for Windhelm. It was supposed to be a simple investigation on disappearing prisoners, but as it turns out, there was nothing simple about it.
I think it senses me, but if I stand perfectly still... Took me a sec to realize he went invisible. Oh, he's wearing Stendarr armor. Oh. Uh-oh. He looks like he has the vampire eyes.
Why are you running?
Try to run from me! Dang, vampires always causing trouble, no matter where you go. It actually goes deeper. What is all of this? It's like an entire city under the city.
Yep, apparently this wasn't just some small level disturbance, there was literally an entire underground city full of vampires, and all I'm thinking right now is that hopefully I can get paid accordingly for this job.
That guy looks like he might know a thing or two. Alright, what's really going on here? Oh, not the cage, let me out! Anyways, tell me about what's happening.
He kept talking about this blood matron, or in other words, the Mayball, the first vampire, and how she was just here. Unfortunately, this job just keeps getting worse for me. Uh-oh. Oh, I just got sucked into a coffin, I think, slowly.
What's wrong?
Guessing this is some kind of memory kind of thing, like a flashback.
We meet again, child of Stendarr. Molag Bal welcomes you. Don't you want to be with this girl forever?
Ooh, yeah, I think she's been there for a while. Guess I'm gonna get out of here?
Rise, LeMay. Rise and sink your fangs into the flesh of this mortal.
That's not good. Freaking Daedric princes always meddling and stuff. Oh my god, she resurrected. Meddling in the affairs of gods isn't exactly always the best decision. So, after now solving the problem, I went back up to the surface. Alright, so, for him to adjust my pay, let's see, I dismantled a small vampire empire, defeated a curse from a Daedric prince. Honestly, a bag of potato chips would go pretty hard, too. I could probably go for that. 2,000, huh? My next task as a Vigilant of Stendarr was to go investigate a haunted mansion for some wealthy guy. Unfortunately, if you thought my last task was bad, my livelihood somehow gets infinitely worse from here on out. Yeah, okay. I should have expected this. That guy actually locked the door on me. I knew he was up to no good. This is about to get really spooky. Remember when I said this modded questline was unhinged? Well, to the surprise of everyone watching, it actually starts here. Oh yeah, I forgot this turns into Silent Hill as well. Unfortunately for this next segment, I'm not really sure if I can show everything on YouTube because there are some very disturbing looking enemies, and now on top of that, some have no clothes on. So, basically, Glorbus is the master goon. Come here, big man. Oh! Well, at least I know what to expect now. I'm turning it back on. I forgot how scary this part is. When I was a kid, I played Resident Evil 4. Regenerators were always the enemies that I got scared of the most. And, well, safe to say... Ah! Come here, demon. They do a lot of damage. And I don't think you're actually supposed to be able to defeat them, but I will defeat you no matter the cost.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
That doesn't look good. What the hell? These Silent Hill nightmare-like areas were basically a kind of curse that I entered manually to dispel. Apparently this mansion has quite a few of them, and I need to clear each one to solve whatever's going on here. Of course, that didn't stop the literal decrepit creatures from eating me alive, so by nature, I defeated them after enough attempts. And as you guys know, the biggest enemy wasn't what was directly in front of me, but the game itself, because it crashed. Again. Oh my...
Now that's a lot of damage!
Just a casual 25
1,000 damage. The last curse I had to dispel was in some really cool looking place, despite the interesting anomalies and entities that surrounded themselves here. Also, the boss was some giant flying woman. Yep, that's about it.
Why couldn't you just die?
You really thought you could stop me after I made it this far? Remember when I entered the mansion and said my livelihood gets infinitely worse? Well, surprisingly, that part is actually just now about to happen. Apparently, some kid committed a dark sacrificial ritual and is the cause of this cursed mansion. So, as you can guess, their spirit is very mad when I try to dispel the curse. Magical boy with superpowers? Tell me something I don't know. Oh, it Oh, did it. Oh, it's you.
I am here to save you. Not much longer now, and you will be incinerated by the flames of Julius's hatred. Molag Bal is offering you a helping hand.
So, the Daedric Prince gave me two options. Become a martyr, or get saved from Molag Bal's obviously gentle helping hand by sending me to his realm, Colharbour. And, the best part, even if you select becoming a martyr, you will lose everything and get stuck in an infinite loop like Doctor Strange in Dormammu.
Molag Bal.
I've come to bargain.
So, yeah, I'm pretty screwed here. I will destroy you. Just wait.
Finally woke up. I hope you found that sarcophagus comfortable.
I have a feeling that Vigilants don't have the best reputation here. Now, after starting a new life in a strange and unknown realm of existence, I woke up in some church and told this Inquisitor Pepe my plans to fist Molag Bal. Well, there's a map, and it's massive. I can sense we're in a little bit of a predicament, I'm not gonna lie. Looks like we're gonna be stuck here for a while until I can figure out how to get back. This is gonna be the second time I've escaped Colharbour. For now, it's not looking good for me, I'll be honest. Not only did I get the Dormammu treatment from Doctor Strange, being forced into a deal with the devil, now I'm stuck in a foreign land, in a different realm of existence, and the only person here besides me that I know is a Daedric Prince, and Pepe, I guess.
Newcomer, you're so full of life. Take the key from the captain.
You never see it coming.
Ow, this did 400 damage. Oh, it's you again. We got what we came here for. This is the part where I really wished I followed through on getting Dragon Ren, because for whatever reason, this dragon did not want to land, and when it did, it always flew away before I could get to it, even with the slow time shout. So basically, I just sat in place, slowly whittling down its massive health pool with a level 1 frost shout until he got low enough to land. This really took me like 2 hours, so if you want to see more of my suffering, consider subscribing. Oh, I did it. After that fun event, Pepe pulled up and told me there is a way to get into the main city, but I first need to go through a sewer and then a prison. I mean, what better is there to do on a Tuesday afternoon? Thankfully, Pepe was kind enough to tell me the current state of affairs in Colharbour, and apparently, the Daedric Prince of Order, Jigalog, regained his full identity and has been slowly invading all of the realms in Oblivion. This is somehow getting even more interesting. So anyways, you said something about avoiding the place east, which I'm guessing is this? I think I'll go in there and take a peek for myself.
Silence, father! Wretch, what are you doing in my fort?
That's it. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Get down, Mr. Baby!
Get over here!
After defeating Varla, I got this weird flashback of him saving some lady. I'm not sure what its importance is, but the extra lore bits are kinda nice. Next, I ended up finding my way into some really strange dungeon called the Funeral Temple. Yeah, find one reason why this place isn't already bad news. There wasn't really much going on here, but there were some fun obstacles that I had to run and make my way past, so I guess that was kind of unique to say the least. This mod also has its own form of like invaders or mini bosses you can summon by finding their grave sites. It's pretty cool stuff. We were trapped in Colharbour looking for some sewer to get into the Imperial City. Of course, it didn't take long before I got distracted, and then I found something else that was quite interesting. Oh, well, I seem to walk through the mist. Level 210. Okay, okay. What the? I don't know what that maneuver was. Get over here! This man's been in a lot of wars. Alright, no messing around. I am so good at this. Sure? Uh-oh, I regret. Why is its name Corn? Bite me like you mean it.
What the fuck?
What am I supposed to do here? I don't know, I can't think. That was really intense, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna pick up all these cards, because if I get a full set of whatever kind, I get buffs of some kind. That was probably the best description I could have ever made for anything. If I switch my stance while I'm walking around, I can block like this.
Take this, you motherfucker!
Oh my gosh, he just threw a spear at me. That might have been the scariest thing I've ever seen. After fighting through this temple, I had to brawl with the legendary Umaril the Unfeathered, an Iliad Sorcerer King with power comparable to Mirak. This is so cinematic and cool when I walk like this. Excuse me? What? Yeah, so basically this thing that's been plaguing my playthrough, constantly making me one-shot myself, was a modded effect enemies could spawn with, simply called reflect damage from the Apothecary mod. So, what did I do about it? I removed it, because it probably isn't intended to one-shot every person with a melee build 100% of the time. Alright, moment of truth. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a crazy attack. It worked! I can have a fair fight for once. Come and get me. Oh my gosh. Ow. Uh-oh. Oh, I knocked him on his feet.
Finish him.
After that fun encounter, I got another flashback of how disturbing this Umaril guy really is. And then, it was time to go sneak my way through some sewers like I had originally planned. Unfortunately, the only thing I ran into was a bunch of homeless people wielding the largest sticks of all time. But after that, I got back on track and finally made it to the sewers. Hello, good sirs.
Returns to plunge a sword.
Beautiful.
You're finally...
What's Pepe doing here?
What kept you so long? There's nothing worth stopping for in this wasteland. You're a right lazy one.
This guy's got aura. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little intimidated. Well, I guess I better just sit back and enjoy the ride. It seems like getting in the water probably isn't a good idea. If I don't move, it won't see me. Oh! Get back on the boat! Help! Thankfully, as a Vigilant, I probably have some resistances to this plague. There was a boss down here, and it was some lady that apparently started the plague that is everywhere in the sewer, or something. Apparently, even with nudity disabled, there still seems to be a lot of it, so I can't really show the boss, but just know, Glorbus righteously fisted. Yo, I was able to find an interesting command, okay? Something that could make the difficulty even higher than what was allowed. So remember that difficulty slider where I set it to 20, made it a lot harder? Made it around 5x harder, but I'm tired of that. Clearly, we're just too powerful. How about 50? That should be like 12.5 times harder than normal. This is a really bad idea, but I'm gonna go with it.
Tactical nuke incoming!
That was a pretty cool entrance, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. And so we made our way through the prison. I actually went through it in reverse by accident because apparently lockpicking the master lock in the very front is a shortcut. Whoopsies.
Hammer down!
He actually just straight up threw his hammer like a boomerang. That was kind of sick.
Again! Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
So, after defeating the big guy with a hammer, I finally made my way back up to the surface. Alright, looks like we made it to the prison district. Hopefully we can enter the city with that. I'm pretty sure this shared chest is something I can access at the end, like after I leave. So if I put everything in there, it should be fine. Before leaving the prison district, I did my one good deed for the day and gave a knight some head. I mean, I gave him his head because he lost it. Nothing so wrong about that, right? Hello, sir. Mind if I just make my way past you? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that did way too much damage. You need to get out of here. He's not that intimidating. Oh, I changed my mind. He's a little strong. Just not very durable, I guess. Oh my goodness. This guy just tried to chug a bunch of beer before he fought me. Maybe I should have respected that, I'll be honest. Oh, he's a dexterity lad. Maybe I misjudged him. He also has like 10,000 HP. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! Oh no, he got staggered. I'll give you one more chance. Well, I gave him this chance. Okay, he actually had some really awesome movesets, I'll be honest. I want to see more of that. Okay, I don't even know where I'm going at this rate. Basically, I need to go around and search for a key to the center of the city. Also, there are barrier towers around the map, and I need to take those down too in order to get in. Once I do, it'll finally be time to exact my revenge against Molag Bal, who imprisoned me here.
So soft, tender. This'll be fun. The more you fight me, the more you will suffer, mortal.
How about that? Ow.
Nope.
And I reflected it. Okay, that's a boss. Alright, I'm gonna hit him with the Glorbus Frost Strike. Oh my gosh, he gets really slow. Oh my gosh, he's just like endlessly out of stamina. Just can't do anything. Alright, come on. I'll give you a chance. After the side quest, I went to some place called the Kyria Morimath, or however you'd pronounce that. There, I punched some Archpriest a few times, and then I went and gave my fist to the Pope, who looks like my customers in Schedule 1 after I feed them the worst concoction ever humanly created. Defeating them granted me the Inquisition Court District Key, which was needed to progress. There was also this guy wielding a hammer with an anvil on it, and he was pretty tough. Alright, well, you hit me with all you got.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Major fracture detected.
It burns!
Next, it was time to go to the Inquisition Court with that key I just got, which is located in the southeastern point in the city. Yo, is that my boy Pepe?
This is Malada, the High Fane of the area.
Pepe told me there was some underground area nearby that has a teleporter to the island, so that will be my next move. Well, this guy means business, I can tell.
That is not good. I'll take free Elder Scrolls any day of the week. I guess it's time for more important matters though. This next segment was at some church ruins and it had kind of a confusing layout. Thankfully, after a few minutes, I did find the underground priory, and now it's finally time to go find that teleporter. I almost feel bad for him. Kind of looks like a portal of some kind.
Look at him, and remember how this man ended up. Someday, the same will happen to you.
I have bigger ambitions. See ya. I don't even know where I am anymore. You're done for, my boy. As soon as you let me close the gap, your fate is already sealed, because I will fist you. And you. That is like the most satisfying thing ever. I should not be able to send an arrow directly back at someone's forehead. The next little while was spent slowly making my way through the Flying Temple. There weren't that many challenges throughout, so it was kind of just a slow and steady pace at the top. But once I got to the end, things got very chaotic very fast. Alright, it looks like you're the man I have to fist, so get over here. Oh my gosh, he's so fast. I have speed on your side, but I have strength. Oh no, he's done for. Oh boy. Pepe told me a story about his past and how the guy in there is a guy named Maruk. Maruk gave him a stone and told him to bring it to the tower. Apparently, Maruk was the only thing holding up the barrier in Colharbour. With him gone, Jiggalog's army will invade and the Order will overrun this place. Anyways, Pepe told me to give him peace, so I did. Now that Grey March has begun, Pepe said the key to the tower lies within some Khajiit in a mansion. He also said he's gonna stay here until the Order gets to him. Unfortunately, it didn't take very long for his wish to come true.
Sing we now, sing for the year, sing.
Well, it seems he was right about the Grey March. Seems to be quite strong. And I was very right about that one.
What the hell?
Okay. After all that, it was time to finally do some exploring. Oh, is this the Order? Oh, it is. Oh my gosh, they just keep appearing. They are a nigh infinite army, I guess. Oh, if I grab the Hearts of Order from the enemies, I can disable it. That's a unique mechanic, actually. I ended up grabbing the heart and key from that Khajiit Pepe told me about. There wasn't really any bosses in the way, just a lot of enemies for me to quickly defeat.
That bird is here again.
I'm not a bird, I'm a goblin. Get it right.
Little friend, I thank you.
Beyond that absurdly large night was the area the Knights of the Order came from. Their home, if you will. Well, I have a little bit of a feeling that this is not gonna be easy. I mean, surely they're not just gonna let me walk into their home, right? So, I slowly made my way through the cocoons of Order. There were a lot of enemies in the way, but that didn't stop me from rampaging through them. Through the many twists and turns, I made it all the way to the end, where none other than Jiggalog himself stood before me. The legendary Daedric Prince of Order, one of the strongest of all princes, and not even nerfed, might I add. In fact, he wasn't just simply buffed, I multiplied his health, stamina, and magicka by 75 times what it normally was. And I gave him a damage
damage multiplier of around 10 times. At this range, he didn't always one-shot me because I am a literal tank, but it was pretty close. Me versus you, buddy. One of us is going down. Okay, I don't want to use this early in the fight, but I have no choice. My gosh. I don't know what you just did, but that was kind of insane. Alright, time to use Dragon Aspect. Oh yeah, that definitely increased my attack power.
Oh no! Holy! Look at all this damage!
Just when I was about to give up, I tried using this Marked for Death shout. I've had it for a while, but I just haven't used it yet. As it turns out, even the tier 1 shout works very well because I started doing insane damage that helped me throughout the last few attempts. Okay. I think he's had enough of me. Get out of here, Daedric Prince. Yes! Oh my god, that took so long. Who knew I would also be the champion that puts an end to Grey March? Well, good to know you, Jiggalog, but I'm just the better fighter, I guess. After the fight, there was only one more thing to do before going to see Molag Bal, and that was a barrier tower. At the barrier tower was Moray House, or Mor, and was considered to be a demi-prince. Well, it's good to know you, sir. The memory from this tower was mostly about Mor paying respects to Pelennor for what he passed or something. Anyways, it was time to go fight another Daedric Prince. Time for us to go find out what is going on here. Bro, you just ruined this epic cinematic Glorbus moment. Alright, time to go kick some Daedric butt.
The madness cannot be shaken off so easily.
Now, it was time to climb the tower. There wasn't a large defense because the Order had already broken in and was causing chaos. Every Daedra and Knight of the Order were discombobulated, which meant it was easy for me to get past them. Unfortunately, getting to the Daedric Prince wasn't going to be as easy as anticipated. This guy looks menacing. Yeah, spoiler alert, no end for me. This boss was really buggy, and I'm not sure if it was because of my smaller player model or his larger one, but he just wouldn't attack. He's a smart man, he knows not to fight back. I respect that. Unfortunately, his health pool is really large. Give be those ankles, boy. Pepe showed up again and told me the next room might be challenging, saying Alicia's body was in there. Of course, risen from the dead by Molag Bal.
Do what you've been doing all along. Destroy it. You can't do anything else anyway.
So I'm a destroyer, huh?
It is remarkable you managed to get this far. But you will go no further. This is where you meet your end.
Ow. Using my rage. Stand no chance against the will of Glorbus, my friend. Yo! You can't handle the Glorbus onslaught, no matter how much you try. Did that just do 31,000 damage? Did I just see that right?
Yikes.
It took a few attempts to take this guy down, but inevitably, we got a good run going.
I can't let you go.
Oh, that's some really good damage. He's on the floor. This is my chance. You ain't going anywhere, buddy. What was that? No. Not like this. Please. Yes, take my fist. Oh my gosh, he's back. So you've come to fight me.
Come here!
Oh my. Alright, give me all you got. The fact that he's like teleporting around is crazy. Oh my lord. Oh! This knight is truly vigilant, let me tell ya. I'm sorry this had to happen. I think it's time that we finish what we came here for. Well, there's only one man left to beat.
Is it not enough yet? Must you be the one to do this?
Yes, bro. All I'm trying to do is go home. Clearly he doesn't see the power of the goblin before him.
Stop. Please. Stop.
That's all you gotta say? Yeah, eat my fist. So, really quick, I'm not going to go over all of the mod lore here, but some context is needed. Molag Bal didn't fight us for a reason. It's a trick. That stone I took that opened Aetherius, no mortal soul can fill that stone. But if you give it a mortal soul, like Molag Bal's, it might just work. And it may be the only way to open a portal to Aetherius from Oblivion. Huh. This next segment consisted of many memories or flashbacks of sorts. Of course, some of it was just Molag Bal's meddling, which I was able to see past.
Useless flesh puppet. I thought it was good enough. Is that so? But nothing has changed. Submit to me.
I'll never submit. I've got a feeling this might be the last fight that I'll ever face. Not that I'll lose or anything.
Every dream comes to an end. Even dreams that no longer need their dreamer cannot escape this fate. Well, let us finish this.
Okay, I think he's finally gotten mad. Oh, I did not expect that. There it is. Alright, if this stacks, he's gonna take an incredible amount of damage.
How do you like it now? Good to know you, Molag. I think I've won this fight. Been a very long journey, and I think we've definitely challenged fate on many different levels here. Became way stronger than Alduin could have ever expected. That guy is chump change at this point. I mean, I defeated 2 Daedric princes by myself and became the champion of Colharbour. I stopped Grey March by becoming the champion and defeating Gigalog. And now, I think it's time for me to finish this story, put an end to all this once and for all, and finally go back to Skyrim. That'd be kind of nice. So, here's the outcome of all of this. We, the Dragonborn, broke the cycle and achieved redemption through acceptance and forgiveness. Molag Bal returns to Colharbour and probably still has to deal with Gigalog because, believe it or not, I may have defeated him, but soon enough he'll regenerate and probably dominate the Prince of Domination once again. Not my problem. But we did earn a Daedric Prince's respect, which is pretty neat.
Wait. You still haven't told me your name.
My name is Glorbus. I hope you remember it.
A good name. It will have a firm place in my soul.
And that's it? No, it's not. It's actually time for the thoughts and opinions I have on the Nolvus V6 mod list. To really sum it up, I actually really enjoyed my playthrough, and I think it's worth playing if you can run it, that is. Unfortunately, if you have anything less than a 3080, you probably won't be seeing anything over 60 FPS. I have a 4070 Ti, and in the major holds, I was struggling to maintain 60 FPS. Despite that, it's unbelievably scenic, immersive, and it is an experience that is entirely unique. As someone who has tried version 5, version 6 is definitely a step up. If you want a nostalgic Skyrim feel, it doesn't really play like Skyrim, and with a heavy third-person focus and many changes, it's basically a new game and might not be for you. That being said, if you're okay with big combat and gameplay overhauls, it does change a lot of which is very interesting, and you can still definitely have a lot of fun with this. I know I did. If I were to compare it, the combat and gameplay changes kind of feel a lot more Souls-like, but even with the questionable AI at times, it can still be quite enjoyable. In the end, I still felt like I was playing Skyrim in some weird way. There's also so much content with all the different quest mods and just everything. I mean, you could play for hundreds of hours. Compared to other mod lists, and despite being in an early beta state, it's actually relatively stable. I only crashed about once every couple of hours, and unfortunately it also takes up a ridiculous amount of space, like around 400 gigabytes, which is absurd. That's more than the recent Call of Duty games that have come out as of late. The only really hiccup I've had is that the balance isn't that great, but the list author is making changes like all the time, and so things are expected to change, and probably for the better. I know a lot of people like curating their own mod lists around Nolvus, and I can see why. It has everything you'd ever want from Skyrim modding. Also, Nolvus has some really solid documentation that is constantly being updated as well, and I never really had any problem installing it. I will say you'll probably need Nexus Premium to download all the mods, or else it might take a few days. I'm not exaggerating, by the way. They also have a really supportive Discord community and a helpful list author, so if you ever need help with something, you will most definitely get the help you need. So, overall, my 2 cents is I'd say it's definitely worth trying out. It's probably the most visually compelling mod list, and one that is relatively stable and well curated. I haven't necessarily explored all the other popular mod lists, but the latest iteration of Nolvus was definitely a great breath of fresh air and one worth trying. This version may be in a beta, but it is being constantly updated, and even with its many flaws, I had a ton of fun playing it the way I wanted to. I really think the pros outweighed the cons, and I think without being objective, you can still have days upon days of fun, which makes it worth it to me. That being said, if you're still here, I really appreciate you watching the full video, and I'm going to go play and record for the latest Oblivion remaster. So if you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me, but I've got another plane of Oblivion to go catch, so I'll see you guys in the next one.